chatting nínú a bit darkness. Yeah. Mi ò tíì sùn. Láti ìgbà tí mo ti wọlé mi ò tíì sùn. I'm just a bit tired. So a máa ṣe show yìí ní pápápá. A fẹ́ educate bàbá Adeboye àtàwọn pastor olè yẹn ni. Yeah, we want to educate Pa Adeboye and his fellow gangsters. Àwọn tí a fẹ́ educate nìyẹn. Àwọn bàbá yìí ò fẹ́, a ní wọn ò fẹ́ understand sẹ́. Wọn ò fẹ́ agree. Kò yé yín? Now, what is this noise? What is this latest talk about tithe payment? Pa Adeboye and his fellow pastors. Why? What is the reason for this new, or let me say, sudden cry for people must pay tithe? Ẹ fẹ́ understand pé àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti já. Ẹ fẹ́ understand pé àwọn èèyàn ò fẹ́ máa kó yín jẹ mọ́. Ẹ fẹ́ understand pé time is coming now that people will begin to slap you on the road when you begin to talk nonsense. You pastors, ẹ fẹ́ understand wípé kò síyàn kan tí ẹ lè kó ẹrù sí ọkàn ẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ fẹ́ understand bẹ́ẹ̀. Pa Adébáyọ̀, bàbá yẹn ò ní bàbá Adébóyè. Bàbá yẹn ṣẹ́rí ká ní pé church business yóò sí ni. Bàbá yẹn máa mí ní gan o. Pa Adébóyè máa mí ní gan ká ní pé kò sí ká ní pé kò sí this churching things. Bàbá yẹn á mí ní gan. Ṣé ká sọ pé bàbá Adébóyè ò tí make owó tó lórí church yìí tó ń ṣe yìí ni? Àwọn tí wọ́n gbẹ́sìn yìí wọ́n ń sọ fún yín wípé àwọn ṣe mistake, wọ́n dẹ̀ apologize everywhere. Wọ́n apologize everywhere. Yín máa pariwo kingdom of heaven. Kingdom of heaven. I saw a video where one single man, tẹ́ bá rí bàtà tí máa yẹn tó fi to ilé. Ẹni tó ń pariwo kingdom of heaven nìyẹn o. Àwọn tí wọ́n ń pariwo, vanity upon vanity nìyẹn o. Video yẹn ò ní voice, kò yé yín. Èyí tí mo dẹ̀ ní tó ní voice, mo believe pé tí n bá lo video èyí tó ní voice yẹn, ẹni yẹn máa claim video yẹn, ó dẹ̀ lè fa problem sí page tá ṣì ń rè. Kò yé yín sìn. Tẹ́ bá rí bàtà tí ẹ̀yà, just one single person tó kó jọ, àyà yín máa já. One single person tó pèrè ẹ̀ ní pastor. Mo lọ wo net worth àwọn pastors. Ẹnu mi ṣẹ́rí ẹnu mi ò tiẹ̀ lè sọ. Ẹ dẹ̀ máa preach kingdom of heaven fún wọn. This same kingdom of heaven that you are preaching to these people, ṣé kò kan ẹ̀yin ni? Ṣé ẹ̀yin ò ní lọ sí kingdom of heaven yẹn ni? Àwọn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n máa wọ this kingdom of heaven, there are about 144,000 people in the whole world. 144,000 people. Ẹ̀yin Nigerians, ẹ̀yin Africa, kò sí any country ní Africa tó ṣì wọ G5. Ṣé àwọn tí G5 yẹn wá fún yín láyè kí one single person ní Africa kó wọ that kingdom of heaven tó wá pé tòótọ́ ló wà? Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣàlàyé fún yín dàtí pé wọ́n fi Christianity yìí wá kó yín lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ ni. A dẹ̀ sì rí àwọn àgbàyà bíi bàbá Adébóyè. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ń jáde àti wọ́n máa pariwo tithe. Ẹjọ́ ṣé ara Levi lẹ́yìn ni? Ṣé ara Levi lọmọ Nàìjíríà ni? Ṣé ara Levi lọmọ Áfíríkà ni? Ṣé ọmọ Israeli lọmọ Nàìjíríà ni? Ẹ yẹ ká kọ́kọ́ wo the first video oníbàtàdé yẹn. Kẹ́ wo kò ní tọ̀nà. Kẹ́ wo bàtà tí ẹ̀dá èèyàn ẹyọ kan pastor, ẹ̀dá èèyàn kan tí òun nìkan tó ní. Gbogbo bàtà tẹ́ ń wò ńbẹ̀ yẹn, bàtà ọkùnrin ni. This is not pé bẹ́bí à ń jowú pé èèyàn kan ní pé wọ́n ní bàtà. But how can a pastor own all this? Àwọn tó ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù míì gan, wọn ò ní bàtà tó tó yìí. And this is not a shop. This is an individual person, a single person ló ní gbogbo bàtà tẹ́ ń wò ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Is that shoes there? I want set that pair of shoes tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé kò ju 1,000 lọ kí ẹ̀dá ọmọ èèyàn kan kò ní bàtà yẹn? Dino Melaye ò ní half bàtà tá ń wò yìí. Dino ò ní half bàtà tá ń wò yìí. Kò yé yín, pastor ló ní gbogbo nǹkan yìí. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa pariwo mọ́ àwọn Tinubu ò ní half bàtà tó wà níbí báyìí. Tinubu kò ní, àti ti gbà pé Dino Melaye ò ní bàtà ó dẹ̀ ní wristwatches. Tinubu ò ní half bàtà tó wà níbí báyìí. Buhari ò ní half bàtà tó wà níbí báyìí. Ẹ̀yin pastor, but ẹ̀yin ní right láti rà, kò dẹ̀ sí anybody tó ń pariwo mọ́ gbogbo àwọn pastor yẹn, kò sí anybody tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn pastor yẹn. Everybody ránṣọ mọ́ àwọn politicians ni. Kò síyàn kankan tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn pastor. Wọ́n ti kó wọn láyà jẹ, wọ́n lè, wọ́n fún wọn ní that freedom of speech tí ó yẹ kán ní. But we are happy that a lot of people are coming out. A lot of people are coming out. I'm sorry, I don't want to get that off. Láti whoop backside yín. Sherry, -1 day tí àwọn èèyàn máa wọ inú church lọ máa mú pastor tán dẹ̀ máa lù wọ́n bolẹ̀. Wọ́n máa wọ inú church lọ bá àwọn pastor, wọ́n máa lù wọ́n bolẹ̀. Sherry, Jésù ìyá yín tẹ́ fi wá ń deceive àwọn èèyàn yẹn. Àwọn èèyàn ti já. Now people are even trying to make it like pé Jésù yẹn o, èèyàn dúdú kò kí ṣèyàn funfun. A fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá Jésù jẹ́ èèyàn pupa bí èèyàn àyìnrín. A fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá àfin ni Jésù, a fẹ́ mọ̀. Ní ilẹ̀ Áfríkà, ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tiwa, Jésù o coexist. Ṣé gbọ́ ní Brazil, I think it's Brazil ṣá. Wọ́n ti oníṣẹ̀ṣe kan ti sue a singer tó ń sọ wípé ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù nìkan ló lè tẹ èṣù mọ́lẹ̀. The same thing will begin to happen in Nigeria. The same thing will begin to happen and we will begin to sue you people. Ara Yorùbá, ọmọ Yorùbá, orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá, bá Jésù kankan, bá wọn tán. Kò yé yín, ẹ stop àti máa fi Jésù gbá àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ stop àti máa fi Jésù gbá àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ bí bàbá Adeboye, àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo yín náà lẹ ti rí fídíò yìí o. But àwa náà fẹ́ analyze fídíò yẹn. Ẹ gbọ́ bí bàbá Adeboye ṣe ṣẹlẹ́yà rẹ̀. Bàbá yẹn ṣẹlẹ́yà rẹ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀ tó rí ẹgẹ yẹn kò lè bá wí. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ bí ẹsẹ̀ akọ yẹn, àwọn yẹn ò lè advice ẹ̀ wípé bàbá Adeboye àti make owó tó, ẹ jẹ́ ká invest owó ta níyẹn, responsibly. Wọ́n sure pé wọ́n fi pé ó yẹ kí àwọn bá bàbá àti ọkọ wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n believe wípé ó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ all the time. They will be cajoling the people, they will be stealing from the people. Ẹni tí ó bá ní ọpọlọ láàárín àwọn followers and pastors yìí, they should start, from suing them. They should begin to sue these pastors. Ipe kí wọ́n wá ṣe àkáǹtì iye tán ti gbà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ ìjọ. Àwọn Adébóyè jáde nígbà kan tó ń sọ pé àwọn billionaires kan ní church òun, wọ́n sọ pé kí òun wá ṣe àkáǹtì. They should revisit that case. Baba Adeboye and other pastors, this is the time you people should come and do account. Nǹkan tí ẹ fi owó àwọn èèyàn ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí Baba Adeboye sọ níbí báyìí.
There is so much noise around now saying that you shouldn't pay your tithe. And I will tell you the reason why there is so much noise in Nigeria. It's not Nigeria that started paying tithe. It has started even before they brought the gospel to us. The Pentecostals have been paying tithes now for more than 100 years. There's no noise anywhere else in the world saying you shouldn't pay your tithes. The truth of the matter is that some people are afraid of you. They have discovered that you have become very influential. And they have discovered that if they don't do something to stop you, you will take over the nation. And whether the devil likes it or not, you will be great. So they began this, they found out that one of the sources by which God has been sustaining his church is through tithing. They said Jesus didn't ask us to tithe. So I'm going to ask them to put on the screen for you.
Ibi tó ti ṣe lẹ́yìn ara ẹ̀ nìyẹn o.
The passage, just one is enough.
Ibi tó ti mess up ara ẹ̀ nìyẹn o.
Matthew 23 verse 23. Matthew 23 verse 23. First of all, put it there in King James Version. And please make it big so that everybody can read it. Put it on the screen.
No.
It says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier, please put this thing on the wall, the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. And then he said, these ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. In case you don't understand the King James Version, I will ask that they put it on in the New Living Translation. That's modern English now that you can see. Will you contract it a little so they can see? Oh, God bless my engineers. Anyway, I will read it to you.
Mr. Officer,
It says Matthew 23 verse 3. Matthew 23 verse 23. It said, what sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law and you Pharisees, hypocrites. For you are careful to tithe even the tiniest income from your herb gardens, but you ignore the more important aspects of the law, justice, mercy, and faith. He said, you should tithe.
Ṣé kó lè ní bàbá yìí?
But
Ṣé kó lè ní bàbá yìí? Ṣé bó ṣe ń ọ̀ràn yẹn pọ̀?
This is Jesus speaking.
Ṣé bàbá yẹn ṣe ń ọ̀ràn yẹn pọ̀? Ó ní Matthew 23 àbí? Will we read it?
And he added, yes. When God is going to judge us on the day of judgment, He's not going to base His judgment on what is on the internet, on what is on the Facebook, on what is any other form of communication. He's going to say, can't you read for yourself? What did I say? Jesus is my Lord. I will do whatever He says, not anybody else. Because in 1 Samuel chapter 15, you can read it from verse 1 to the end. 1 Samuel 15 from verse 1 to the end. When God sent King Saul on an errand, and he didn't fulfill all that God asked him to do. And they asked him, why not? He said, the people.
Ṣé kó lè ní bàbá yìí? Ṣé ẹ rí bó ṣe work on their psyche?
God did not say, because it is the people that caused you to disobey me, therefore go scot-free. God said, I spoke to you. And he took his kingdom away from him. I pray in the name that's above every other name, you will not lose your crown.
Ṣé gbọ́ bàbá olè? Ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá olè yìí ń sọ? Ṣé rí bí ó ṣe rún ọ̀ràn yẹn pọ̀ láàrin yẹn that God said you should tithe. But ibi tí God ti sọ fún wọn wípé ẹ̀yin ará Fárísì o, ẹ̀yin alágàbàgebè o, ẹ̀ ń ṣe tithe yín káàkiri. Kò ń ṣe tithe lórí, kò ń ṣe owó ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe tithe nígbà yẹn o. Ẹ̀ ń san tithe yín kiri. But nǹkan tí ó wà important, tó wà more important tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe, ẹ ṣe. But tithe òun ni ẹ̀ ń gbà kiri. Nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn o. I'm going to look for that something now, and I will not read only chapter 33 verse 23 yẹn. I will read it from some part to the end kẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn. Let me see. Mo bọ̀ o, ẹ mú sùúrù o. Because all these babas, all these Adeboye and co, I don't know what they think they are. I don't know what they think they are. That one can believe wípé àwọn lè force èèyàn láti bà tèèyàn jẹ́, because that is what they are doing. Wọ́n force àwọn youth, wọ́n force àwọn congregation láti bà ti wọn jẹ́ ni. Ẹ wo iye àwọn èèyàn tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn, bí wọ́n ṣe pọ̀ tó yẹn, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ má lè reason wípé irọ́ ni bàbá yìí ń pa. Kọ́ má lè reason wípé irọ́ ni bàbá yìí ń pa. Àwọn tó wà on pension tó ń kún bẹ́yẹn tó yẹ pé ó yẹ kó máa gbádùn owó pension wọn ni. Wọ́n lọ máa kówó fún irú bàbá yìí tí ò fìgbà kan ṣiṣẹ́ rí. Mathematician tí ò wà successful when he was even teaching. Torí kò ṣiṣẹ́ rí náà la máa sọ. Mo ní client kan tá ń tọ́jú. Ìgbà tí màmẹ́, ìgbà tí owó tí ìjọba ń kó fún ọmọ yẹn ó wà challenge somehow. Owó tí ìyá yẹn ń gbà is almost 20,000 pounds. Owó tí ìyá yẹn ń gbà èèyàn méjì ló ń tọ́jú gà yẹn. Ìgbà tí ìjọba gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tán, ìyá ìyá máa kó owó lọ church báwọn ìjọba ṣe gba ọmọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tó bá ti sanwó fún ìyá yìí, kò ní pé kò tọ́jú ọmọ, ń tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ o, but kò kí ń sí kíyàn máa gba bíi 20,000 every month for instance, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ má rí iṣẹ́ tí owó yẹn ń ṣe. Ìgbà tán wá investigate wọ́n rí pé ìyá ń kówó lọ sí church ni. African ni wọ́n, ìyá ń kówó lọ church bọ́n ṣe gba ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ìyá nìyẹn. Kẹ́rà méjì, 2 senior carers ló ń tọ́jú ẹni tí mò ń sọ yìí. So Baba Adeboye should stop deceiving people. Let people who wants to go into the kingdom of heaven, ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ ara wọn lọ sí kingdom of heaven. Kò yé yín? Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ feel láti lọ sí kingdom of hell, ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ kan lọ sí kingdom of hell. Kingdom of heaven should not be something you are making business with. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n search kíní yẹn. Wọ́n ní Matthew àbí? Matthew 23. Àbí kí ló sọ? Matthew 23. Àwọn òpònú kan tó bá wọ ibi ń sìn wọ́n máa wò pé èèyàn ń bú àgbàlagbà. But ẹ rí pé bàbá yẹn, ẹ rí pé ìkà. Ẹ má bínú, glasses mi ó ti pẹ́ tí ó ti fọ́. Ó dẹ̀ yẹ kí n lọ gbà mí. Mi ò ní time. So a manage ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Until tí mo bá ní time lọ gbà mí. So ẹ jẹ́ ká wo nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀. Èyí tí àwa ń kà yìí o, is not pé bóyá I believe in one Jésù o. I believe in one Jésù. Kò yé yín? Tí anybody bá wà nígbà yẹn, tí ó ṣe gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí àwọn people yìí wá tí wọ́n wá ń kọ sínú Bible, 110%, ẹni yẹn orúkọ ò kì í ṣe Jésù. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká kà. This is Matthew 23, a warning against hypocrisy. Wọ́n ní, then Jesus said to the crowd and to his disciples, the teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. Tẹ́ bá ka bẹ̀yẹn, ó ní àwọn alágàbàgebè kan àtàwọn ará Pharisee, wọ́n ti ń jókòó sórí àga Moses. That means pé nígbà yẹn, Moses jẹ́ èèyàn kan pàtàkì tí àwọn èèyàn respect. Maybe ó ti wá kú, maybe kò ṣáà wá sí láyé mọ́. Àwọn èèyàn tí ò wá láti ìdílé yẹn, àwọn tí wọ́n kì í ṣe, tí wọ́n ń sòótọ́, àwọn alágàbàgebè tó yẹ pé wọ́n máa ń ṣe báyìí ni, àwọn chameleon, àwọn tó ní chameleonic spirit, wọ́n ti wá gba síìtì olóòótọ́. Nǹkan tí wọ́n dúró àti sọ bíbá yìí nìyẹn, kẹ́ máa farabalẹ̀ máa tẹ̀lé mi lọ o. Wọ́n ní so you must be careful to do everything they tell you. Ó ní ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n bá ń sọ fún yín. That is àwọn alágàbàgebè yẹn. Jésù ń sọ fún àwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ àti àwọn tí wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé wípé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n bá sọ fún yín, but do not do what they do. But ẹ má ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. That is to say in a layman word, do as I say and not as I do. Nǹkan tí Jésù ń sọ fún wọn, according to this Matthew, nǹkan tó ń sọ fún wọn nìyẹn. Only so you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do. Now, the question there is that if you say they should not do, your followers should not do what they are doing, and you are telling them to, follow what they say. Rí pé àárín yẹn gan hypocrisy ti wọ̀ ni. I am telling people now that I'm telling my people now that you see these people, they are hypocrites, so they are pious, so they pie people. You understand? But whatever they tell you to do, just do it. But don't do what they are doing. Does that make sense to anybody? They are thieves, they steal what does not belong to them. It's either they send people to go and do it or they do it themselves. And you are telling them, don't do what they are doing, but whatever they tell you to do, you do. Does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't make sense at all. But let's continue reading. Only but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. He doesn't live with them. So how now does he know that they do not practice what they preach? How does he know? Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n preach? No, but he didn't know that. Ó kàn dẹ̀ ń sọ fún wọn ni. Kò mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n preach. Kò mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ti ń ṣe anything. Ó kàn dẹ̀ rí pé alágàbàgebè ni wọ́n, pé wọn kì í ṣe olóòótọ́. But tó bá ti mọ̀ pé àwọn kan ò kì í ṣe olóòótọ́, the best thing, as a reasonable person, the best thing you would do is to tell them not to go close. Like about Mr. Rahman, the best thing to tell them is don't go close to them. Ẹ má bá wọn ṣe, ẹ má súnmọ́ wọn. Stay away from them. Nǹkan tí leader gidi máa sọ nìyẹn. Nǹkan tí leader gidi máa sọ nìyẹn. The thing that is happening here is that either the person that interpreted this verse or this Bible from Hebrew or whatever language they use then to English kò understand a whole lot of things tí wọ́n sọ sínú ìwé yẹn. Nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn. Because narrative tó wà níbí báyìí kò make sense sí anybody. So ó continue, ó ní they tie up heavy cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulder, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Òwe ni ẹni yìí ń pa ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹni tí wọ́n ń pè ní Jésù yẹn, òwe ló ń pa. Kò yé yín sìn? They tie up heavy cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulder, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Ó continue, ó ní everything they do is done for people to see. Aláfihàn, show off. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries wide. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it well. They make their phylacteries wide and the tassels on their garments long. They love the love of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogue. This person the person they are talking to now, I think, are the pastors. Àwọn pastors, òun ni Jésù yẹn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Because àwọn pastors ni wọ́n máa ń jókòó sí synagogue. Kò yé yín? Àwọn Jewish, àwọn rabbi no máa ń jókòó sí synagogue. Kò kí ń ṣe, kò kí ń ṣe wípé maybe àwọn Muslim lẹ́ni yìí ń bá wí. Kò kí ń ṣe pé maybe àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe ló ń bá wí. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Bíbélì according to nǹkan tá a gbọ́, wọ́n kọ́ ẹ̀lẹ̀ láti wọ́n kọ́ ẹ̀lẹ̀ láti ìwé àwọn láti inú Torah ni wọ́n kọ́ ẹ̀lẹ̀ láti inú Torah ni. So let's continue. Only they love the place of honor at banquet and the most important seat in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to be called rabbi by others. Ẹ ti gbọ́ sìn, àwọn rabbi ni àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ni wọ́n pè ní rabbi, àbí àwọn tó wà àwọn bíi àfáà nǹkan àwọn olórí ìjọ. So only but you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you all are brothers, and do not call anyone on earth father. For you have one father, and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servants. What does that mean? The greatest among you will be your servant, for those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Ṣé rí pé àárín yẹn ṣé rí olórí òpònú ló máa ń ka Bible, ló máa ń gbé Bible sórí. Òpònú ló máa ń gbé Bible sórí. Nǹkan tí mo kà ń bí báyìí nsìn, kí ni ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀? Kò ní ìtumọ̀ létí tèmi. Only the greatest among you will be your servant. Ìgbà tí èèyàn ṣépè fún yàn ní pé àpadà sí olówó á di burúkú, something like that. Kò make sense sétí. And people will be reading this in the church, they will not question it. It's like you are telling that people who are great will turn to ẹni lẹ́lẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń sọ kọ́ nìyẹn ni. Mr. Rashid, welcome. Thank you. Nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn now. The greatest among you will be servants. Báwo nìyẹn ṣe máa ka irú nǹkan yẹn sí mi létí nínú church tí màá dẹ̀ jókòó sínú church yẹn? I will walk out. So only what to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourself do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you travel over land and sea to win a single convert. And when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much a child of hell as you are. But that was the same thing he said earlier here, that he's going to make the rich ones, servants. It is either the interpreter of the then Bible does not understand the language, or àwọn tí wọ́n kọ Bible nígbà yẹn wọ́n ti di èèyàn tán in total. Mr. Justice Temple, what that verse is trying to say is that the chosen leaders were meant to serve the people, and any of them that does so is the greatest. No, English language, àwọn tí wọ́n wá gbé Bible àwọn tó wá kọ́ wa ní English, wọn ò gbọ́ the real English. Láyé ìgbà yẹn wọn gbọ́ English. There are a lot of English words tẹ́mi dé ìlú òyìnbó tí mo wá mọ̀ tí mi ò mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá sọ pé somebody is sick, a máa believe pé òtútù mú ẹni yẹn sick, ara ẹni yẹn ò yá ni. But níbi ìgbà tó bá sọ pé èèyàn sick, èèyàn tó ń vomit ni, ẹni tó ń bì pé I'm sick, èèyàn tó fẹ́ bì ni. So no Nigerian person, no colonized person in Africa can want to tell me that lòun máa understand the English ju any English person lọ. And that is the problem we have. That is the problem we have, because we think we understand the English more than the English people. Nǹkan tí tó kà sí wa létí, ó ní the greatest among you will be your servant. The greatest among you will be your servant. So you are now telling me that the verse is trying to say that the chosen leaders were meant to serve the people, and any of them that does so is the greatest. Serve which people? Which people? Abio, who do the pastors pay their tithes to? I just showed a video now where they are using their tithe to buy shoes. One human being is having more than 1,000 shoes. A man. Imagine what his wife will have. Imagine how many shoes the children will have. Imagine how many wristwatches that one will have. Imagine how many jewelries he will have. When a single pastor is having more than 1,000 shoes. So, verse 16, woe to you, blind guards. You say, if anyone swears by the temple, it means nothing. But anyone who swears by the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that makes the gold sacred? You also say, if anyone swears by the altar, it means nothing. But anyone who swears by the gift on the altar is bound by that oath. You blind men, which is greater, the gift? Sherry, in church if you couldn't, because I don't even understand all this nonsense English that they are writing there. I don't understand. This like they on purpose bring this thing to destroy people's head. I don't understand what they are writing there. Oda big bati ẹranko tí ò tí di ènìyàn tán tí ó ń kọ ìwé. Àwọn ẹranko tí Ádámù fún lóyún ní Garden of Eden tí wọ́n tí di èèyàn tán. Àbẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹranko ni Ádámù bá sùn. Tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ tán pè ní what's the wife's name? Mi ò rántí orúkọ ìyàwó yẹn. Tí yẹn fi sá lọ tó divorce ẹ̀. Bíbélì dẹ̀ fi yé wa wípé ẹranko ni God wọn kọ́kọ́ dá kó tó wá dá Adam. Ẹranko ló kọ́kọ́ dá, ó dẹ̀ fi Adam ó fi sí àárín àwọn ẹranko. Meanwhile ńgbà tó dá ẹranko, akọ àtabo ló dá ẹranko. Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ nǹkan tó fi dá ẹranko ẹjọ́. Kí sẹ̀ náà fi dá ẹranko? Because some people are arguing wípé àwọn believe wípé iyẹ̀pẹ̀ ni wọ́n fi dá èèyàn because tabaku náà iyẹ̀pẹ̀ ni à ń tọ́ntò. Ẹjọ́ ṣé iyẹ̀pẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n fi ń dá ẹranko because ẹranko náà bá kú, tí màálù bá kú, tó bá pẹ́ ńbẹ̀ ó máa di iyẹ̀pẹ̀ náà ni. Ó máa di iyẹ̀pẹ̀ ni. Ẹ bá yẹ káwọn pásọ̀ yìí máa gbá yín, olè ni wọ́n. Olè gidi òun ni wọ́n. Mo máa play another video tó máa show yín pé olè làwọn pastors yẹn. Ká ní kò sí church business ni. Àwọn pastor yìí, irú bàbá Adeboye yìí, tí ẹ máa ju ti Anini lọ. Imagine how rich this man is. A man tí wọ́n sọ pé ó ní nothing less than 3 private jets. Kó dẹ̀ ṣì máa behave báyìí. So I can continue. Only you blind men, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred. Verse 20. Only therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And everyone who swears by the altar swears by it. On repeating, on repeat any all the time. One repeat any of it dowry and when you one repeat any. Sherry, in psychology, in psychology, tí yàn bá ń repeat nǹkan sí yín, tó bá ń repeat nǹkan yín, ẹnìyàn fẹ́ dá orí yín rú ni. Kò yé yín, kí yàn máa repeat nǹkan tí ò ní túmọ̀ sí yín, ẹnìyàn fẹ́ bà orí yín jẹ́ ni. That is what they are doing here. Ẹnìyàn fẹ́ change thing, ó fẹ́ bà orí yín, ó fẹ́ bà ọpọlọ yín jẹ́ ni. Fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ read the psychology, ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. So, only, and anyone who swears by the temple swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sits on it. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees! You hypocrites, you give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin. Only you hypocrites, ẹ̀yin alágàbàgebè. You give your spices, mint, dill, and cumin. That means wípé ẹ fún àwọn èèyàn yìí ní èròjà bí ata, epo, ẹ̀gúsí, kò yé yín. But you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. So, nígbà yẹn, pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá ń kà ń bí báyìí, ẹ rí pé owó kọ́ náà fi ń give tithe. Àwọn bí ata, ẹ̀gúsí, ilá, kò yé yín. Àwọn bí úgú, àwọn bí iṣu, kókò, àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń give tithe láyé ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn. Àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń give tithe nìyẹn, kò sí owó. Wọn kì í lo owó. But nígbà yẹn owó ti wà. Owó ti wà nígbà yẹn. Kán tó bí Jésù, owó ti wà. Wọ́n ń lo owó. So, ẹ má bínú jàre. Níbo tiẹ̀ ni mo níbo ni mo dé? So let me start from 23. 23 yẹn ni bàbá yìí ló ń try láti fi confuse àwọn èèyàn. Ó ní, woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter. So only instead tí ẹ fi ń fún àwọn èèyàn ní tithe yẹn, nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ máa practice ní justice, àánú, kẹ́ máa ṣe àánú, kẹ́dẹ̀ wà, kẹ́ wà faithful sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe, kẹ́ ní inú kan pẹ̀lú nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ń ṣe. Instead tí ẹ fi máa san tithe, ẹ jẹ́ n túká bẹ̀ yẹn fún yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká understand it. Ó ní, woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you give a tenth of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law, which is justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter. That means that the latter mean pé nǹkan Latin bá sọ pé I am coming, the latter will be coming. Kò yé yín sìn ní English language, nǹkan tó mean pẹ̀lú latter nìyẹn. Ohun tó sọ gbẹ̀yìn yẹn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ justice, mercy, and faithfulness. Like kí wọ́n máa take laws of the land important. So what I think this person is trying to say is that when they say you should follow the law, it means you should be paying taxes and not tithes. That is what I think this person is talking about. The person that is making comments here, this is what I think the person is talking about. To be taking tithes to the church, to this person that is writing, it is wrong. It should not be something people should be doing. But to face justice, respect of law, be merciful, and be faithful in whatever you are doing. Nǹkan tó jẹ ẹni yẹn ní ogún òun nìyẹn, not the tithe. To this person, nǹkan tí ó sọ like justice, mercy, and faithfulness ẹ ló yẹ kí àwọn èèyàn máa ṣe, kò ń ṣe pé kán máa san tithe. Nǹkan tí Bible, nǹkan tí verse yìí ń sọ fún wa nìyẹn. And Pa Adeboye knows this. All these pastors, they know this. But because they are criminals, they are deadly criminals. That is why they are deceiving everybody. The Bible does not make you pay tithes. The Bible does not make you pay tithes. The Bible condemns tithes. If you understand this verse very well, the Bible condemns tithing. The Bible lay more emphasis, more importance on justice, mercy, and faithfulness, and respect for rule of law. Nǹkan tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó wà ńbẹ̀ má yẹ kó máa kó yín, kó máa fi gbogbo òṣì tí wọ́n preach, má yẹ kó máa fi kó yín jẹ. Olè làwọn people yìí. Olè ni wọ́n, ìkà ni wọ́n. ìkà ni wọ́n. Let us continue. This is now so the verse 23 continues. Only you should have practiced the later without neglecting the former. Kò yé yín? Only okay, nǹkan tó sọ mí wá ní pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe ní pé kẹ́ ẹ practice èyí tó ń sọ gbẹ̀yìn yẹn. Kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe pé maybe òun ò sọ fún pé kẹ́ má ṣe èyí tí ẹ ti mọ̀ ṣe yẹn o. But èyí tí òun sọ gbẹ̀yìn yìí tí ó jẹ́ pé justice, mercy and faithfulness and respect for law yìí òun gangan ló yẹ kí gbogbo ayé máa ṣe, òun gangan ló yẹ kó jẹ yín, tó jẹ yín, kó wà ní kókó ọkàn yín. That is what this person is saying. Only you blind guards, you strain out a gnat but swallow a camel. It's like tí Yorùbá bá sọ pé ẹ fi kíní kan sílẹ̀ ẹ lọ ń pa làpálàpá. Nǹkan tí ẹni yìí ń sọ nìyẹn ní English language. Only you blind guides, you strain out a gnat but swallow a camel. Ẹ fi egbò lẹ̀ ẹ lọ ń pa làpálàpá. Nǹkan tí ẹni yìí ń sọ nìyẹn. Only woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites. You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. So it's the same thing. Ẹ fi egbò lẹ̀ ẹ lọ ń pa làpálàpá. Kò yé yín? Blind Pharisees. Ó dẹ̀ pé tí bá understand English yẹn, blind Pharisees mean ni àwọn blind followers. Is that when somebody say, you blind followers, you cannot use your brain. Can you not use your brain? Ṣé gọ̀ ni? Why are you following these people cheapishly? Nǹkan tẹ́ni yẹn sọ nìyẹn. Only you clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisees, first clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside also will be clean. Woe to you, teachers of law and Pharisees, you hypocrites, you are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of the bones of the dead and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Àwọn pastors yẹn, òun ni ẹni tó kọ̀wé yìí. Àwọn tí wọ́n gba táìtì lọ́wọ́ èèyàn, òun ni ìwé yìí ń bá wí. Òun ni ìwé yìí ń lálí. Àwọn bí bàbá Adeboye àti fellow pastors wọn, àwọn ni ìwé yìí ń lálí. Kò yé yín sìn. That is why tó fi jẹ́ pé ibi tí wọ́n fi ipá wọn fi lè convince èèyàn yẹn, 23 chapter 23 yẹn, òun ni àwọn máa ń lò, because this English is not our language. English ò kìí ṣe èdè wa. So a lè gbọ́ bí àwọn tó ní. A whole lot of people tó dẹ̀ lọ sí church bàbá Adeboye yìí, wọ́n gbọ́ English. Illiterate ni, half of them, if not more. So tí bàbá Adeboye bá ń yí gbogbo nǹkan yẹn pọ̀, irú Chris Oyakilome tí English ẹnu ẹ̀ dùn gan yẹn, tó bá yí gbogbo nǹkan yẹn pọ̀, wọn ò ní understand. And like this Oyakilome, many people that go to his church himself, ó lè yẹ pé àwọn tó kàn lọ torí pé maybe he's handsome, he's good looking, or maybe the way tó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, tó ń show class. That alone will make people to be going to their church. So it's not because these people have somewhere they call it kingdom of heaven or know anywhere they call kingdom of heaven. These are scammers. These are wicked scammers. Ẹ wo tó tí Pa Adeboye ṣe ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa táìtì. Ẹ wo tone pẹ̀lú gbogbo owó tí bàbá yìí ti make. Ẹ wo tone tí àgbàlagbà yìí, bàbá tó ti kọjá 80, ẹ wo tone tí ó fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ láti fi gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. What do you think this Baba would have been doing when he was in his 50s or in his 60s? Are we even sure that this Baba does not have a hand in the owner, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹni tó ní church yìí? Are we sure? Are we sure? Pẹ̀lú bí ó ṣe, ẹ wo ojú ìgbà tó ń ṣe preaching yẹn, ẹ wo ojú tó fi wo congregation yẹn pé wọ́n bí yín dá kẹ́ má san tax, kẹ́ má san tithe. Ẹ wo ojú tí ó fi wò wọ́n, tẹ́ bá lọ wo fídíò yẹn from beginning to the end. At the end of his preaching, ẹ lọ wo ojú tí bàbá Adeboye fi wo congregation yẹn. evil eye. Evil eye. Tí ó bá ṣe pé èèyàn tó greedy ni ẹjọ́, is this baba not supposed to have gone on pension ni? Tó bá yẹ pé ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ni, ṣó máa ṣe iṣẹ́ ìjọba wọ 80 years? Ṣé Pa Adeboye máa ṣe iṣẹ́ ìjọba wọ 80 years tó bá yẹ pé iṣẹ́ ìjọba ló ń ṣe? Ẹ wò, ẹ yẹ ká máa ka nǹkan yẹn lọ. Verse 29 ni, woe to you, teachers of law and the Pharisees, you hypocrites, you build tombs of the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous. And you say, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we will not have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. So you testify against yourselves that you are the descendants of those who murdered the prophets. Go ahead then and complete what your ancestors started. You snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? He is talking to the pastors. He is talking to those people that are collecting tithes. But you will not hear any of these pastors read up till here. This remaining verses that I'm reading now, he is talking to the pastors. Because the writer of this thing or the speaker of these words is angry that people put mouth, people collect tithe instead of being faithful, instead of being kind, instead of being merciful. Nǹkan tí ẹni tó kọ ìwé yìí àbí ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbí báyìí, nǹkan tí ó ń try láti sọ fún wa nìyẹn. Ó ń lálé àwọn pastors yẹn ni. But ní ever rí àwọn pastor kí wọ́n ka ìwé dé ibi tí àwa ń sọ fún yín yìí. Wọ́n kàn mú ibi tó máa favor wọn, ibẹ̀ náà máa ránṣọ mọ́, tó máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ òṣì. That why people, Pharisees are religious leaders and not followers. Okay, thank you, sister. Only Pharisees are religious leader like Pastor Adeboye. Religious leader like Pastor Adeboye. Kò yé yín sìn? So ẹ yẹ ká máa kà á lọ. Ó ní Mbomode 35. No. 34. Only therefore I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers. Some of them you will kill and crucify. Others you will flog in your synagogue and pursue from town to town. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ṣé ó lè jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó wà peaceful, bọ́n ṣe sọ pé Jésù wà peaceful. Tí wọ́n ṣe ń kọrin pé mo fẹ́ kí n dàbí Jésù nínú ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́, kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́rọ̀ bínú lẹ́nu rẹ̀ lẹ́kàn rí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí là ń gbọ́ yìí? Kí là ń gbọ́ yìí? I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers. Some of them you will buy and crucify. Others you will flog in their synagogues and pursue from town to town. And so upon you will come all the righteous blood that has been shed on earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zachariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. Truly I tell you, all this will come on this generation. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ẹni tí ó wà peaceful, ẹni tó wà peaceful a máa sọ irú ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí? Ẹni tó wà peaceful a máa sọ irú ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa kà lọ 37. Ní rí kí àwọn pásọ̀ yẹn ka irú bíbà yìí o. Even nǹkan tó bá tiẹ̀ ká, ṣe rá wọn mùmú follow mùmú MFM. Wọn ò ní listen, wọn ò ní gbọ́, wọn tiẹ̀ ní gbọ́. Àṣàkẹ́ ti gé tí wọn lọ. 37 ó ní, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who killed the prophets and stoned those sent to you. How often I have longed to gather your children together as a hen gathered her chicks under her wings, and you were not willing. You are not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Ṣé ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn? That is all about the about the ìwé òṣì tí bàbá yìí tó fi ń delay wọn, tó fi ń deceive wọn o. I saw one person that was talking, but mo ṣe show kan tí mo sọ pé in the book, in the Bible, pé there is a verse, mi ò rántí verse yẹn nígbà yẹn. Mo wá ní Jésù sọ pé bring ye unto me those who hearken, you know, who fail to hearken to my commandment and slay them before me. Ẹni ipe ó ní right láti sọ pé kán pààyàn because àwọn ọ̀tá ẹ̀ ni wọ́n pa. Àjọ àwọn wo lọ̀tá Jésù? Àwọn wo lọ̀tá Jésù tí Jésù sọ pé kán máa pa anyhow? Tí ò bá ń ṣe pé internet tó tẹ̀ wá fáwọn èèyàn ní this chance pé ká tẹ̀ máa rí nǹkan tó ń go on. Àwọn èèyàn lè kú síbẹ̀ tẹ́ bá sọ pé Jésù ń pààyàn rí. But akari kanu bí ta ti ń èyí tí mo kà síta yín sí, a gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ń bẹ̀. A dẹ̀ gbọ́ èyí tó sọ pé bring ye them to me, those who refuse to listen to my law and slay them before me. Ó ní kán kó wọn wá àwọn tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ tẹ́tí sí nǹkan tóun sọ, pé kí wọ́n gé wọn ní ọrùn níṣojú òun. Nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn. Ẹ yẹ ká tún gbọ́rọ̀ tí bàbá Adeboye sọ ká tó play the other video.
There is so much noise around now saying that you shouldn't pay your tithe. And I will tell you the reason why there is so much noise in Nigeria. It's not Nigeria that started paying tithe. It has started even before they brought the gospel to us. The Pentecostals have been paying tithes now for more than 100 years. There's no noise anywhere else in the world saying you shouldn't pay your tithes. The truth of the matter is that some people are afraid of you. They have discovered that you have become very influential.
Ẹjọ́ náà. Àwọn wo ni wọ́n wà very influential? Àwọn wo ni wọ́n bẹ̀rù torí pé wọ́n wà influential? Àwọn wo ni wọ́n bẹ̀rù wípé it's because they are influential? Àwọn wo ni ó wà influential? I have a sister that goes to Redeem. I'm sorry if she watches me. I am not using this to come and be mocking you, but ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo ń blog ni. Do you understand? Mo ń teach ni. So mo mú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí. Sometimes I still give her money. So what is the meaning of they are stopping you from paying tithe because they know you are influential? What is the meaning of ọ̀rọ̀ òṣìwò nìyẹn? Influential as how? The only influential person in that congregation is Adeboye and the family. These are the only influential person. Even bí òun ṣe sọ pé òun wà influential tó, woman tó ṣe birthday lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, ìgbà tó sọ fún bàbá Adeboye pé kó má kí ọwọ́ bọ àwọn lẹ́nu o, àwọn sanwó every monthly fee tí yóò ń gbà, àwọn san fún, kó má kí ọwọ́ bọ àwọn lẹ́nu. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé bàbá Adeboye ò pa mọ́ bí iṣó? Ṣé kò pa mọ́? So who are the people that they are afraid of because they are influential? Àwọn wo ni wọ́n bẹ̀rù torí pé wọ́n wà influential? Òun gan alára ta ló ń bẹ̀rù ẹ̀? Àbí torí pé Nigerian government tí kàn sí ń ṣe bí ìwèrè tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe? Instead tí àwọn politicians tó bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò dá, ṣe bí EFCC máa mú wọn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé kò tí ì tó tẹ̀ tí EFCC máa mú àwọn bíi bàbá Adeboye yìí? Àbí bàbá Adeboye ó ní big head? Ọmọ queen mi bá ìgbà tó ṣe yamayama, ṣé wọn gbó jìgìjìgì? Bàbá Adeboye ṣó tó ẹsẹ̀ ọmọ queen mi bá yìí ni? Ṣó tó ẹsẹ̀ bàtà ẹ̀ ni? The only thing that is happening is that the Nigerian government, wọ́n máa ń take wọ́n mọ bí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ sí. Mixed with English. Okay. But the thing is, as I'm saying it, is the app that I'm using. I don't know if it's working in YouTube because I see you are commenting from YouTube. Oh, interpreting continue so now. My English no good, my brother, but I will try to put some broken. You understand? My English is very bad. What would they talk be say? Why be say Baba Adeboye? As he make money, don't make money rich. Why is it they collect tithe from the poor people hand? Why? And why is this government watching these people? Why is government watching all these people, allowing these people to be impoverishing the youth and the hardworking people in that Nigeria? Why is the government, why FCC is not arresting people like Adeboye? Not only him, all the pastors. All the pastors, they are supposed to be arresting them. They are the one responsible for the poverty in that Obodo, Nigeria. Not them. Not them. Mr. Kushimon said they have removed those pastors who celebrate a birthday this week and send them to headquarters. To go and do what in headquarters? I about Sister Teniola. To go and do what? All of them will, and that one will do birthday, and the ones will not do birthday, and their leaders, their GO, all of them be criminal. When Buhari come this country, per day to pack. Talongpe. Oh, let me pick this call coming. Hello, sister. Aboye, bó ṣiṣẹ́ má bínú jàre. Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè.
Mo fẹ́ dá ṣètò yìí mo fẹ́ busy for what because ayé sọ̀rọ̀. Torí mo máa tó wà lórí ìlú mi nílé sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn pípẹ́ ti program ara wọn gan débi pé àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kan ti rí wọn bí Ọlọ́run.
Ó ga o.
So kò lè jẹ́ kó challenge wọn. Ẹ rí káwọn governors president wọ́n bá fẹ́ lọ contest wọ́n máa wá àwọn wòlíì àwọn GO ní káàkiri. Wọ́n kún àwọn kúlẹ̀ sábẹ́ wọn pé kó máa bless wọn. So wọ́n ti sọra wọn di position tí Christianity gan ò fi wọ́n sí. Wọ́n ti create hierarchy wọn fúnra wọn ní Nàìjíríà.
Wow.
Because ní England ní báyìí ṣèbí ìlú làwà Archbishop of Canterbury níjọ́ tí church ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí wọ́n ń ṣe baptism tí mo lọ. So Archbishop wà bọ̀ ẹni tó wọ́n wá láti Canterbury lọ́jọ́ yẹn tó represent Archbishop máa ń gbọ́ àti Justin Bieber jọra kan tábàyà fọ́pọ̀ tẹ́bá bó ṣe wọ́n bù kí gbogbo wa pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ka jọ wá tó rẹ́rìn tí gbogbo àjọ fọwọ́ kọ́ra wa lọ́rùn kájọ ń ṣe. Bọ́ ẹni tó dẹ̀ rọ́ wá yẹn tí gbogbo àjọ rẹ́rìn ká ṣe yẹn kò tó Adébóyè ò tó lẹ́bù ẹ̀ tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Christianity tó dé lẹ́bù ó wà lẹ́bù ẹ̀ ni. Ṣèbí Canterbury ni lẹ́yìn Rome ṣèbí Canterbury ló kàn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí ni but ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti program ara wọn gan-an débi pé ṣe rí ibi tẹ́ ń kà yẹn tó wọ́n máa kà á wọ́n máa Christian fáwọn àwọn NFL ni.
Ó tún ìṣẹ́ ń bí báyìí náà ni ó tún ìṣẹ́ ń bí báyìí ni ó tún ìṣẹ́ ń bí ni.
So tó bá ti Christian fáwọn NFL bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn NFL náà lè máa gbọ́ra wọn. Ó kẹ́jẹ́ kí wá sọ àṣírí táìsì fún yín. Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní tithe gangan tó sọ yẹn pé bring God tithe. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Yahweh wọn ṣé mọ̀ pé ancestor ni Yahweh. So ìgbà tí mo ní Solomon kọ́ temple ẹ̀ gbà yẹn Yahweh àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ jọ ń gbé nínú temple. So ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ̀ pé láyé ìgbà yẹn tó bá ti lọ ṣe nǹkan òun ni Yahweh ṣe wá sọ fún wọn pé kó máa gbé ìdámẹ́wàá oúnjẹ wá sínú ilé òun. Ìdámẹ́wàá nǹkan tó bá ti lọ sí lóko kó máa gbé wá sínú ilé òun.
Èrè oko ni ìdámẹ́wàá tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ń pẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni 10% wọn nítorí pé mo pé Yahweh wà ní temple òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé mo pé nítorí pé àwọn bàbá yìí mọ gbogbo kíní ìbọn wọn ò ní sọ òótọ́ yẹn fáwọn èèyàn.
Ó lè níwọ̀n tó bá sọ ọ́ sáwọn èèyàn máa dáwó ni.
Nǹkan tó ń pè ní Holy of Holy tí bá sọ fún yín pé ìmú obìnrin ló ń jẹ́ Holy of Holy mi ìfẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹ̀hún là ń pè lọ́dọ̀ wa òun ló ń jẹ́ Holy of Holy kò sí nǹkan kan tó ibi tó gba ojú òbò ní ẹgbẹ́ káàkiri gbogbo ẹnu pè jáde tó bá pè Holy of Holy ni.
Lily of Holy kí lẹ ni wọ́n ń pè yìí mà. Kí lẹ ni wọ́n ń pè é.
Àwọn náà ni mo ti sọ ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni olóyè ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni sọ ojú òbó obìnrin ló ní ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni kò sí ìkankan. Ẹ̀rí káwọn
àtúgbọ́ mi o.
òun ní ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni wọ́n fi bọ́ọ̀lù tó wà ní káàbà yẹn ṣé òun pé Christianity òun pé Islam náà kọ́ òun náà kọ́ fi Christianity.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni nígbà yẹn òun náà ń pè ní ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni tó sọ pé ẹ̀yìn ọ̀kan délé ẹ̀wọ̀n ọ̀kan wọn kì í dédé wọ ibi tí ó lé ọ̀pọ̀ ni wà. Torí pé ìyẹn nígbà yẹn. So gbogbo ilé tí àwọn nílé wa fi ń kàjọ wà ó ti bá táìmù mosaic àbí nǹkan kan ó ti bá gbogbo táìmù yẹn lọ. But àwọn Rome àwọn onígbò tí wọ́n kírètì ọ̀gá àwọn Jesuit lọ kírètì ní kìíní tá à ń ṣe é sìn àwọn Jesuit ló ṣe ní 14th century. Àwọn náà lọ wú gbogbo kìíní yẹn síta again láti fi build Europe. Kọ̀ọ̀kan káwọn máa sọ 10%. Ṣé o pé ìgbà yẹn religion nìkan ni àwọn gbójúlé tó fi ń dàgbà tó fi brutal tó fi ń force àwọn èèyàn gbà yẹn torí pé that was the source of income. Ẹni pé àti technology ìlú ti rí ọ̀nà bíi ẹni pé wọ́n rí ti religion mọ́ because they are saving money. Gbogbo nǹkan tó fi religion ṣe owó ni. Gbogbo hellfire tó invent control ni. Owó ni wọ́n fi ṣe owó tó ń nídìí. So pé káwọn èèyàn máa kó 10% wá ẹ sọ pé Jésù ti pa Old Testament rẹ wáyé tí kò sí wá pa Old Testament.
Kí ló dé tó tí iṣẹ́ Old Testament yìí sì ń lọ lórí iṣẹ́ New Testament.
Ẹ sọ pé ó ti fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ̀ kó ti pa Old Testament rẹ ara Old Testament ni tithe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé káwọn èèyàn sì máa kó ìdámẹ́wàá wọn wá.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ́n tún fẹ́ máa fi Abraham ṣe example pé Abraham san kínní. Ó san tithe but Abraham ń san tithe 90% according to mo tiẹ̀ ní fídíò yẹn máa play ẹ̀ wọ́n ní ó san tithe 90% àbí.
ṣe rí nǹkan tó ń pè ní
kí ló dé táwọn ò that is.
no ṣe mọ̀ pé táwọn ọba ó ní nǹkan èdè kan tó máa ń pè é lọ́dọ̀ wa tí àwọn ológun tó bá lọ jagun láyé àtijọ́ nǹkan tó máa ń padà wá fún ọba ìlú ó ní language kan tó máa ń pè lọ́dọ̀ wa tó bá lẹ́yìn ìbọn tó ń wọ̀ṣ.
ìṣàkọlẹ̀ àbí báwo.
ìṣàkọlẹ̀ ni tó bá wá ń fún ọba.
ìṣàkọlẹ̀ ni.
wọ́n yí sí táì. ṣe mọ̀ pé Abraham nígbà yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé according to their narration ó wá gbé ní it's just like àwọn Fúlàní tó wá gbé lọ́dọ̀ wá ń sìn.
ló wá gbé ní Egypt ẹ káàbọ̀ Mr. Alhaji Gafar.
but jagunjagun ni so tó bá ti lọ jagun ó máa wá padà sọ̀ṣàkọ́lẹ̀ fọ́ba.
ṣé Abraham.
ilé tó máa ń pa pé níbọn jagunjagun ní Abraham ó wà ní Bible náà jagunjagun ní Abraham. jagunjagun ni tẹ bá ka Bible ẹ rí pé wọ́n sọ pé nígbà tó ń gbé Lot àbúrò ẹ̀. ṣe rí àwọn èèyàn wa ni wọ́n wà blind. Ṣẹ́rí in the old days ọ̀nà táwọn èèyàn máa fi ń lówó àwọn jagunjagun ṣẹ́rí tó bá lọ jagun nígbà yẹn wọ́n á kó ẹrù àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀rí kan sọ pé Abraham ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ka story ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ka Genesis lọ sọ pé Abraham tó dé sí Israel tó dé sí Canaan tẹ́ bá wo bí 2 chapters after wọ́n ní he was so rich in cattle in everything kó ṣe pé ó rich ju pé Abraham máa lọ jagun tó bá dẹ̀ lọ jagun tó bá kọlù yẹn á kó wọn lẹ́rú yẹn wọ́n ló ní slave tó pọ̀. So a kó wọn lẹ́rú a kó gbogbo ẹrù wọn ó wà nínú báìbù àwọn bàbá wa inú ọkàn kí n kà á bọ̀ ẹ̀ ló wà nínú báìbù gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà nínú báìbù so Abraham máa jagun ẹ̀rí pé nígbà tí ara ogun tó máa ń jà òun ló yẹ kó lọ attack àbúrò ẹ̀ tí mo gbé wọn lọ gbé àbúrò ẹ̀ lẹ́rú so nígbà tó gbá àbúrò ẹ̀ lẹ́rú yẹn ó wá mú àwọn wọn ló mú 386 àbí trained men àwọn tó ń fúnra rẹ̀ train nínú ilé ẹ̀ ó wá kó wọn dání wọ́n wá lọ sí ìlú yẹn lóru láti lọ rescue Lot ẹjọ́ ẹni tí ò bá jagun báwo ló ti ráwọn trained people so jagun gan ni Abraham fúnra rẹ̀ ó possible kó jẹ́ pé jagun balẹ̀ lọ.
so Boko Haram ni Abraham ṣàlọ́rọ̀ kan. Boko Haram ni Abraham.
so tí Abraham bá lọ jagun gbà yẹn ó máa wá sọ ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ fún àwọn ọba tí wọ́n fún ní àwọn tó àláwẹ̀ kó máa gbé nílùú wọn. ṣé mo pé náà látijọ́ náà àwọn ológun tó bá lọ jagun wọ́n máa sọ ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ fọba nǹkan tó ń sọ di tithe nìyẹn ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ ni wọ́n sọ di tithe. òun eléyìí tí wọ́n sọ ti temple yẹn torí wọ́n la gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ṣé mo pé nígbà tí wọ́n tó ń translate Bible wọ́n da orí so many translation wọ́n darí ẹ̀ kodò.
wọn ò tí understand the language yẹn dáadáa gan sef.
but ẹ mọ̀ pé nísìnyí àwọn scholar àwọn Greek wọ́n ti tu ní Greek wọ́n ti tu ní Hebrew ṣe tó bá lọ study language yẹn ilé ìtawà ṣe yẹn ó máa mọ̀ pé yàtọ̀ wà nínú nǹkan tó ń pè ní tithe tí Abraham sọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní tithe Abraham tó bá yẹn òun ló dáa tó ń pè ní ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ pé téèyàn bá lọ jọba ṣe ò pé tẹ́ bá táwọn tó máa lọ kógun tó kó gbogbo ẹ̀ dé wọ́n á fún ọba ó ní ìdá tó máa ń fún ọba nínú nǹkan tí wọ́n bá kó dé táwọn ológun bá kó dé òun ni wọ́n sọ pé Abraham ń san ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ ló máa ń san fún ọba bọ̀ṣẹ́ rí ti wá táìtì tí wọ́n sọ pé kó máa kó wá sínú ilé òun tó wá ń parọ́ fún wa pé Olódùmarè ló ní ká máa kó oúnjẹ wá fóun nóò ó yàtọ̀ sí
èèyàn kan sọ bíbá ó ní David lẹ́ ń sọ pé kò kí ń ṣe Abraham.
irú àwọn dìdìrì wo leléyìí ná David òṣìwò nìyẹn ṣé David ló lọ rescue Lot àbí ṣé wọ́n ti bí David nígbà tó rescue Lot àbí irú àwọn òpònú wo leléyìí ná.
No, àwọn náà fẹ́ kọ́ nǹkan ni everybody fẹ́ kọ́ run fẹ́ kọ́ something.
ọ̀rọ̀ wá ìtọ́jú tá a bá ń ṣàlàyé nǹkan kan gbọ́ ṣé mo sọ pé Abraham rescue Lot ṣé David wọ́n ti bí David ṣèbí after Moses ni David ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
jagunjagun ni Abraham tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ àwọn pásọ̀ wa ni ò kì í teach Bible correctly àwa kọ́ Bible lọ́dọ̀ òyìnbó jagunjagun ni Abraham. So tó bá dẹ̀ jagun ó máa ń san ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ fún ọba ó respect ọba ìlú ó respect ọba ńgbà náà so jagunjagun ni tó bá lọ jagun tó máa sọ ìṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ but ṣe rí ti temple yẹn ṣe rí nǹkan tó ń pè ní temple ò ń ṣe church temple òun ló ń pè ní bí ojúbọ torí pé fóònù mo fi ń wò mí gan ni mo wá fi pè yín if not ká ní pé mo gbé fóònù kejì sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ torí mi ò sí níbi tí ọ̀dà fóònù mi wà fóònù tí mo fi ń wò yín òun ni mo fi pè yín bá máa rí kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yẹn kí mo kọ́ sí máa sọ ṣe rí ibi tó ń pè ní ojúbọ òun náà ni wọ́n translate sí temple temple yẹn is a Latin word èdè Latin ni so lọ́dọ̀ wa ojúbọ ló ń jẹ́ kò yẹ kí wọ́n translate as temple ibi ilé òrìṣà ni wọ́n ń pè ní temple the proper English translation for temple is shrine tẹ́ bá kọ́ di Judaism àwọn Júù máa sọ fún yín pé Shiloh ni first shrine àwọn táwọn Júù bá fẹ́ translate temple shrine làwọn Júù máa ń pè àwọn Júù ò kì í pè ní temple nínú Kaaba shrine làwọn Júù máa ń pè táwọn ìwà sọ pé wọ́n lọ ń jó nílé Ọlọ́run shrine ni so nínú shrine yẹn ẹ rí i pé ní ìsìnkẹ́bá ẹ̀jẹ̀ mo fẹ́ explain ní tó ń pè ní Holy of Holy kan tó ń jẹ́ tó ń pè ní Holy of Holy kẹ́bá sọ ìlékè temple I want to explain it ṣe rí kẹ́bá dé especially ibi tó ti máa ń bọ Ògún ẹ rí i pé ibi tó máa ń bọ Ògún yẹn ibì kan máa ń wà tí gbogbo èèyàn lè dúró ibì kan máa ń wà tó jẹ́ pé kìkì àwòrò Ògún nìkan ló lè wọ̀bẹ̀ ẹ rí i pé wọ́n máa ń taṣọ sí ìmí ìmàrìwò náà máa taṣọ sójú ìwọ yẹn so ibi tó ń taṣọ sí yẹn kò sí èèyàn tó lè débẹ̀ ju àwòrò lọ so ẹ̀rí nǹkan tó ń sọ báyìí wá yẹn tá a bá relate kọ́ṣọ̀ yẹn náà ó fẹ́ relate mọ́ kọ́ṣọ̀ Africa so ṣe rí bá sọ pé priest jẹ ẹ kò gbọ́ sọ pé tí priest bá fẹ́ wọ Holy of Holy ó gbọ́dọ̀ yára ẹ̀ sí mímọ́ kò gbọ́dọ̀ bóbìnrin ṣe ẹ̀rí pé náà téèyàn bá fẹ́ lọ ẹni tó bá jẹ́ bí àwòrò ń sìn tó bá fẹ́ lọ sí ibi tó ti jẹ́ pé tó jẹ́ ibi tó jẹ́ ibi mímọ́ ní ọ̀dìbì Ògún yẹn ibi kan wà tí gbogbo èèyàn lè dé ibi tí gbogbo èèyàn ò lè dé yẹn àwọn títí lè ní kọ́ lọ ṣe find out àwọn àwòrán yẹn wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ní sex ó ní oye ọjọ́ tó máa fi yára wọn sọ́tọ̀ ìmí ìwà tó jẹ́ pé kò ní ní sex kì í ṣe láì tí ò ní ní sex bóyá nǹkan epo kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti ní àwọn nǹkan ìwọ̀ kan ó gbọ́dọ̀ ó máa wà ní ìṣẹ́ra kò ṣe pé kò ní jẹun o òun máa wà ìṣẹ́ra náà máa ń pè lọ́dọ̀ wa ó máa wà ní ìṣẹ́ra ó lè jẹ́ pé kò gbọdọ̀ jẹ epo fún 7 days tó máa fi wọ bẹ̀ yẹn ṣó ti yẹ yín sìn
ojú mi rọ̀ fún tí ò dá
òun ni wọ́n pè ní tó ń pè ní Holy of Holy nìyẹn ibi tí a yà sọ́tọ̀ ibi tí a yà sọ́tọ̀ yẹn because holy gangan ní èdè Greek tàbá jẹ́ holy sìn ní Hebrew ó túmọ̀ sí a place that has been set apart ibi tí a yà sọ́tọ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
kò ní ìpè ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ṣé rí Bishop Ajayi Crowther àìmọ̀ ìtumọ̀ wọn kó báyìí.
wọn kò gbọ́ English ni àwọn tó translate Bible gan wọn ò gbọ́ Hebrew wọn ò gbọ́ èdè tán fi kọ wọn ò gbọ́ èdè yẹn dáadáa.
nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ìgbà wá ní ni pé nígbà tí àwọn òyìnbó gan wá tún Bible yẹn translate kí ló dé táwọn ò ṣe ṣàtúnṣe tó a fi wá jọ pé lórí historical figure ṣòbù yẹn làwọn pásítọ̀ ti wá dúró lórí torí pé through that lack of knowledge máa kó àwọn èèyàn lọ́pọlọ orí tó ti yẹ yín sí so only just be a place that is set apart. Tó bá sọ pé only people, àwọn ẹni tí a yà sọ́tọ̀ ni. Only nation mi àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí a yà sọ́tọ̀. Not mímọ́. Like we are saying now, pé wọ́n lọ sí Mecca, wọ́n lọ lẹ̀ mímọ́, wọ́n lọ Israel, wọ́n lọ lẹ̀ mímọ́. No, it does not translate to mímọ́. It just mean a place that is set apart. So bí wọ́n pè ní holy of holy yẹn, ṣe mọ̀ pé nísìn ìgbà tí a rí ìjọsìn oṣọdún tó ń ṣọdún nípa àwọn sọ pé èṣù ọ̀dà àrí bó ṣe lọ sígbà tó ń lọ sójú bọ̀ tó ń lọ síbi tó èṣù wà. But wọ́n ó níbi tí wọ́n lè dé. So àwọn ibi tó wá wọlú yẹn tó jẹ́ pé kìkì àwọn àwòrán yẹn àwọn priest yẹn nìkan ló lè débẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ náà máa ń pè ní holy of holy. Ṣé nìkan tó wá ń pè ní aṣọ ìkéde temple yẹn òun náà ni aṣọ tí wọ́n máa ń lò ṣe mọ̀ pé tó bá dójúbọ yẹn wọ́n máa taṣọ síbẹ̀ ibi tí ojúbọ tí òrìṣà yẹn gangan wà gangan wọ́n máa aṣọ máa ń wà between ó máa wà náà tẹ́ bá dé temple gangan láwọn máa wà ń bẹ̀ ó máa wà láàárín ibi tí òrìṣà yẹn wà gangan aṣọ máa wà ń bẹ̀ tó máa separate àwọn audience ìyẹn àwọn tí ò ń ṣe priest so àwọn priest nìkan ló lè wọbẹ̀ yẹ òun náà ṣe bá sọ pé priest tí ò bá ṣẹ́ra tó bá lọ bẹ̀ ó lè kú it's just like now the same ó ṣe ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ láǹsìn priest tó bá fẹ́ lọ sínú ibi tí ojúbọ sacred place tí Ògún wà ń sìn òun ṣèta gbangba yẹn o tó fẹ́ wọbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tí ò ṣe sẹ́ra bóyá ìṣẹ̀bóbìnrin ṣe bó ṣe kò tẹ̀lé nǹkan tí. The same system
làwọn Catholic náà máa ń ṣe tó bá ti jẹ kíní wọn tó máa ń jẹ yẹn gbogbo èèyàn kan ló ń wọ inú ṣé sculpture náà ń pe bẹ̀ yẹn ni gbogbo èèyàn kan ló ń wọnú bẹ̀ yẹn lọ gbogbo èèyàn kan ló ń wọnú bẹ̀ yẹn lọ.
ó gbọ́dọ̀ yára ẹ̀ sọ́tọ̀ nítorí pé tó bá wọ ọbẹ̀ torí pé àwọn òrìṣà tó wà sacred dìde so ẹ̀ẹ̀kan lè kọlù ó ti ka ìwọ̀ sílẹ̀ pé tẹ bá fẹ́ dé ọ̀dọ̀ mi o nǹkan báyìí ní kẹ́ṣe nǹkan báyìí ní kẹ́ṣe nǹkan báyìí ní kẹ́ṣe ṣé wọn irú bàbá ń sin irú bàbá òòṣà ńlá sí tẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ gbé po tẹ́ǹpù ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé funfun ni ṣe understand so kéèyàn kan wá fẹ́ lọ sí ibi tí òòṣà ńlá wà nínú ilé ẹ̀rí pé tó bá ń ṣe ọdún òṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn ẹ̀ rí pé kìkì àwọn bàbá ọba lẹ́sìn àwọn tó ń jẹ́ kinní nìkan ló lè wọnú ilé ẹ̀rí pé ta ni everybody máa wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ káàbọ̀ Adékúnlé Rosulu.
wọn ń gbé ẹran ẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹran wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé wọnú tẹ́pù Ọbàtálá owó pupa wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé dé anything it's only white ṣe understand.
ìgbín ńkọ́ ìgbín ńkọ́ ìgbín ńkọ́.
Ṣe rò pé ìgbín wọn fi ń ṣe sacrifice fún òrìṣà ńlá ni but nǹkan tó bá lẹ́jẹ̀ ò kì í débi tó Ọbàtálá wà wọn gbẹ́jẹ̀ dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ wọn gbẹ́jẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ètùtù f'Ọbàtálá wọn ò tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá ní kẹ́ bọ Ọbàtálá ń sìn wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn dé ibi tí wọ́n ṣe Ọbàtálá sí torí tó bá ṣe Ọbàtálá sí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ kún ní funfun wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ kún lẹ́fun nǹkan oúnjẹ tí wọ́n máa gbé débẹ̀ kò gbọ́dọ̀ lépo so nǹkan funfun nìkan ló máa ń gbé dé ibẹ̀ so ẹran tó bá pa irú ẹran tó bá pa ń sin ẹran t'Ọbàtálá yẹn báwa ṣe gbọ́ ẹran sísun náà ni wọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹran yẹn tó máa ń jóná ni kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ń ṣáná sí wọn ń dáná sí o wọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ni ohun yẹn máa já ó máa jóná bó ṣe sọ́nu báìbù pé kìíní yẹn jó yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe títí òrìṣà ńlá so ibi tó wá ń pè ní holy of holy yẹn táwọn bàbá wa sọ pé ibi mímọ́ jùlọ a lè sọ pé ibi mímọ́ jùlọ náà ni but ibi tó jẹ́ pé ó sacred tó jẹ́ pé not everybody can go ṣé ní gbogbo nǹkan tí ó ń sọ ní Old Testament yẹn kò yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan táwa náà ń ṣe ní Áfíríkà bọ̀ nítorí pé bàbá àbọ̀ Àjàyí Crowther wà brainwash nígbà yẹn tó kàn lọ tú gbogbo èdè yẹn ní ìtukùtù because number one kò yẹ kó lè pe àwọn Old Testament
Mr. Akínọlá
àlùfáà ò ní ìdúró èmi kò lè wo pé ó yóò kàn wó pé torí wọ́n ń pe àwọn babaláwo ní onífà bí nǹkan kan ló ṣe pè wọ́n náà ní àlùfáà tó ṣe wá because tẹ́ bá sọ fún jù pé àlùfáà àwọn jù àmọ́ òye pé kí ló ń jẹ́ àlùfáà wọn ọmọ kan tó ń jẹ́ àlùfáà priest wọn ọmọ kan tó ń jẹ́ àlùfáà wọn tẹ́ bá sọ fún aráàlú pé àlùfáà wọn bá sọ fún yín pé kí ló ń jẹ́ àlùfáà èmi láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ muslim tó wá láti Saudi Arabia wọ́n máa sọ fún yín pé kí ló ń jáfá wọn láwọn ò gbọ́ rí o wọ́n ní kò sí ẹ̀sìn nǹkan tá a fi ń kírètì Nàìjíríà náà wọ́n sọ fún wa wọ́n ní ó mọ ògùn ọmọ tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé kí ló jẹ́ afáǹsìn wípé àwọn ògbólé mo ní pé àwọn táìtù tó máa ń fúnra wa nílé nìyẹn wọ́n ní wàhálà tí yín nìyẹn ló ọkùnrin kọ́ àwọn ṣèríkì làwọn mọ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó ń jáfá àwọn ọmọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ìbámu àwọn nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ sheik bọ́ ṣe ń pè kọ́ la ṣe máa ń pè but wọ́n máa sọ pé àwọn nǹkan tó wà ní Islam yẹn so kí ni mo dá láti sọ pé so bàbá Àjàyí Crowther tó wá tún sọ àwọn kíní yẹn ní wòlíì is a very wrong interpretation and nǹkan tó ń pè ní wòlíì ní Judaism òun ni iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe òun tó ń pè ní prophet nǹkan tó ń pè ní prophet ní Judaism ó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan táwọn ń pè ní prophet ìyàtọ̀ wà ní seer àti prophet ṣẹ́rí prophet àwọn ló máa ń pe àwọn èèyàn wọn padà prophet ò kí ń dédé dìde àwọn ancestors ló máa ń pè wọ́n eléyìí tí wọ́n sọ pé Ọlọ́run ló ń pè wọ́n Ọlọ́run kọ́ o ṣẹ́rí àwọn prophet àwọn spirit of the ancestors òun ló máa ń wá upon them so tó bá ti wọnú wọn wọ́n á máa kọ́ because gbogbo race ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tó máa ń go astray.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
gbogbo race ló máa ń go báwa ṣe go astray ń sìn ṣẹ́rí tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n interpret Bible fún wa dáadáa ni ó máa yé wa ìbá lè guide wa bọ̀ nítorí pé àwa ti tọ́ra wa jẹ páwa ní Israel nínú ẹ̀mí kò jẹ́ kí a lè understand Bible yẹn tó yẹ pé a ka Bible yẹn wípé à ń ka ìtàn àwọn ìran kan ìtura àbíbáyé wa dáadáa bọ̀ nítorí pé àti àwọn bàbá ọ̀gbẹ́ ìkàdá ti deceive wa pé àti di Israel nínú ẹ̀mí yẹn is a big deception wà lára àwọn kókó wa lé ní. So prophets they are called by the ancestors. tẹ́ bá ka Bible ẹni kankan tó ń pè ní prophet nínú Bible ẹni pé kò sí àlejò kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí stranger they are all Jews àwọn tó ń pè ní prophet àwọn Jew they are all Jews and what they preach was wọ́n follow because ní Judaism Moses ló dá Judaism lẹ̀ according to the Jews Abraham ò lẹ́sìn Isaac ò lẹ́sìn Jacob ò lẹ́sìn àwọn kan máa ń rúbọ ni àwọn kan ń ṣe ayé wọn ò ń ṣe ẹlẹ́sìn so ẹni tó dá ìsìnlẹ̀ gangan òun ni Moses. So wọ́n ń gbọ́ àwọn tó wá list as their prophet ẹ̀rí pé ìgbà tí àwọn iṣẹ́ yẹn tó bá ń go astray ẹ̀rí káwọn yẹn ló máa pè wọ́n padà pé come back to your root come back to your root come back to your root nǹkan tó yá àwọn èèyàn ń sìn ní ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe lẹ́nu sìn iṣẹ́ prophet ni and a prophet does not lead people outside their race any prophet tó bá lead àwọn èèyàn lead àwọn ìran ẹ̀ into another religion into another faith to the God of Israel tó láwọn sìn yẹn they are under curse. They are under curse because that's why tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rí pé kò sí Jew lè pàdé any Jewish man tó bá ní pé kẹ́ wá ṣe Judaism it is a curse to the Jews to convert people you don't convert people into Judaism because àwọn laws kan wà tó jẹ́ pé it's strictly for the Jews tó yẹ pé it's not for everybody so it's a costly so that's why táwọn Jews ṣe follow kíní wọn ṣe ráwọn colonials tó wá gbé ẹ̀sìn àwọn Júù wá fún wa láti fi kó bá wa wọ́n fẹ́ ká wọnú course ni kò ṣe pé blessing ló gbé wa o. bẹ́ẹ̀ni. wọ́n fẹ́ ká wọnú course because ṣe rí gbogbo eléyìí kan sọ pé Jésù pa òfin rẹ̀ yẹn ṣe rí sísọ rẹ̀ àyè tí ń lọ yẹn àwọn Júù ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ keep ẹ̀ and etí ń lọ tó lè sọ yẹn ó ní category law yẹn pín sọ́nà méje law yẹn ó pín sọ́nà méje ṣe rí law yẹn gbogbo race rẹ̀ ló ní títí wọn láka yẹn number one law the first law ni law tó guide family bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá ń sìn ní àtọmọ yín immediate family yín ọkọ yín law tó guide yìí second law òun ni law tó guide ẹbí ó ti di extended family ń sìn agboolé tẹ́tí wá nílé bàbá yín ṣe understand ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn culture kan wà ilé mi sì wá ní alátẹni wọn tó bá bímọ wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ epo nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ìyẹn ni òfin àwọn nǹkan tó guide yín èèwọ̀ ìdílé yín ṣe ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. ẹlẹ́kẹta òun ni law tó guide àdúgbò bíi ọ̀yẹ́ mo ti di family sìn ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ rí pé nílùú wá ní àdúgbò báyìí nǹkan báyìí lóko bá ìyẹn that is the third law. The first law ni law tó wá bind gbogbo ará ìlú community together. ẹ rí pé nílùú sìn àwọn festival kan wà sẹ́kù gbogbo wọn ìlú ló kàn. irú ọdún kíní tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe láàrin jíjí ìsìn ààrẹ ẹ̀ṣọ́ gbogbo ọmọ ìlú ló àwọn tó bá ti wọ̀ làkú rẹ̀ tó bá ní wẹ̀rẹ̀wẹ̀ èrè ìgbò gbogbo ló wà entitled sí. ó yàtọ̀ sí pé ilé wa ògùn náà bọ́ bí ṣẹ́rí yẹn ṣẹ́rí fifth law òun ni law tó wá báyìí gbogbo race yẹn ni pé gbogbo wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ káàrọ̀ ajíire ṣe ẹ rí pé àwọn òfin kan wà tó jẹ́ pé àṣà kan wà tó so gbogbo wa pọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó ní fẹ́ pé tẹ bá dé fẹ̀ ẹ bá ń bẹ̀, tẹ bá dé Ẹ̀gbá ẹ bá ń bẹ̀, tẹ bá dé Benin Republic ẹ bá ń bẹ̀, tẹ bá dé Togo ẹ máa bá ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo ibi táwọn bàbá wa tẹ̀dó láyé àtijọ́, kódà àwọn tí àwọn ìṣẹ̀kírì gan tẹ́ pé wọn ò sọ èdè tá à ń sọ yìí mọ́, torí èdè ìṣẹ̀kírì tí wọ́n máa ń sọ bí ìkálẹ̀ nǹkan kan wọ́n ń sọ general tá a máa ń sọ yìí, ẹ sì máa bá kọ́ṣọ̀ kéèkì lórìṣà ìbejì. Tẹ bá dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Ègùn ẹ bá gbogbo kọ́ṣọ̀ yẹn bẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni the 5th law. Ṣẹ́rí the 7th law, òun ni law of the ancestors. Law of the ancestors. Àwọn ancestors tí wọ́n rán sí yín bí irú àwọn Ọ̀rúnmìlà, Ògún, Ṣàngó, Ọbalúayé, eléyìí tó wọn sọ pé ká má súfèé lóru. Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n sọ ká má súfèé ní kékeré? Àṣẹ torí bàbá Ọbalúayé náà ṣe máa ń sọ ká má súfèé òru, Ọbalúayé ni ò fẹ́ ká má súfèé lóru. So gbogbo àwọn òfin yẹn, ṣe wá rí the last law, òun ni law of nature tó guide the universe. Ìyẹn gbogbo ni law tó jẹ́ pé the creator gbogbo create. Àwọn ìyẹn ni ordinance tó jẹ́ pé kò change. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ríṣẹ́ rí oní law tó ti báyìí tó ti wà fún títí forever. Law tó guide ọ̀sà, law tó guide ẹ̀rí pé ní UK sí nínú ẹjẹ́ kí n láì example tó guide the universe yẹn sí ní UK sí tó bá di summer téèyàn bá wọ jacket ṣé kò ní fẹ́ kú, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá di winter tó bá sọ pé o ò ní wọ jacket o fẹ́ jáde tó bá jókòó sí àti kò ní gan pa ni. So ṣé wá rí law tó guide the universe yẹn, òun gbogbo kínní ni àwọn Christian lọ́wọ́ apá tó wá demonize wípé kẹ máa bú olókun, kẹ máa respect nature. Ṣé ó ti yẹ yín nísìnyí? Nature gbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́n òun dẹ̀ ní the greatest law. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ respect the creator, ẹni tó dá gbogbo nǹkan, kò sí yàwó ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó create.
Nature gan ló ti kọ́kọ́ wà kí ọmọ ẹ̀dá èèyàn tó wà.
So law of nature gbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́ngbọ́n òun ni ẹni tí tẹ bá ṣe tó máa grieve with the creator. Because ẹ̀ ń sọ fún creator yẹn pé kò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. Òun wọ́n lè wá rí àwọn Christian wọ́n lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọ́n láwọn bá omi jà, wọ́n ní wọ́n de omi, wọ́n fi afẹ́fẹ́, wọ́n ní kí afẹ́fẹ́ kó wọnú ìdè, kílẹ̀ kó wọnú ìdè. Ẹ ṣáà máa rí gbogbo kinní yẹn. Wọ́n rebel. Ṣé every nation tó bá ti wá ṣe yẹn, wọ́n máa ní problem. Wọ́n máa ní problem. So ṣe rí gbogbo law yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, irú tẹ bá wá ní pé universal law yẹn, ìyẹn the 7th law yẹn, ẹ rí pé gbogbo everywhere ló wà. So inú àwọn law yẹn náà ni pé ká má pààyàn, ká má ṣe nǹkan, ara law tó guide the universe nìyẹn. Má ṣe kà fún ẹnì kejì ẹ. So ara àwọn law tó guide the universe nìyẹn. Ṣé wá rí so ní Judaism ó ti wà nínú tó ra àwọn lónìí kókó àwa. Báwa ṣe ní titi wa, India ní tiwọn, àwọn Chinese ní titi wọn, àwọn Arab náà ní titi wọn. But unfortunately, nígbà tí wọ́n sọ pé káwa gbàgbé law ti tàwa ká lọ máa ṣe law ìlú ní ìlú. Ṣé wọ́n pé problem ló máa jẹ́? Ìdí nìyẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé bá ṣe láǹṣẹ̀ sì tó àfi ní problem. Ọ̀hún ti tó rí wáwá padà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pé tí a bá padà ní gbogbo nǹkan tó lè change. Because reason ni pé wọ́n ní pé ṣe rí.
Ẹ bá wa ṣe pápápá sister wa, ẹ bá wa ṣe pápápá.
Ìjẹ̀mọ̀ pé mo ti pẹ́ tó ìṣá.
Ẹ ti fẹ́ wọ 30 minutes.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi eléyìí parí ẹ̀. Another thing tí kò fẹ́ fi kún ni pé ṣe rí kẹ bá ń pray ní foreign, kẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀, kẹ máa pray ní foreign language.
Kẹ máa speak in tongues.
Ìyẹn náà máa ń create, ó máa aggravate àjogún. Ṣe rí ilẹ̀ tẹ dúró sí yẹn, ó gbọ́ èdè yín. Ilẹ̀ UK ń sìn, èdè England ló understand jù. Ṣe rí àwọn forces, àwọn tó ń bá àwọn because Ọlọ́run ló dá wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa ń ṣiṣẹ́, èdè tẹ́tí ń sọ yẹn òun ni wọ́n gbọ́. Ṣe rí tẹ bá ti wá ń sọ èdè míì, eléyìí táwọn Muslim wá kọ́ sọ kéwú tó ń sọ kínní yẹn tàbí àwọn Christian tó ń sọ, ṣe rí stage tẹ máa fi máa rí positivity, ṣe rí àwọn negative force yẹn òun lè máa rí negativity. Ìdí nìyẹn tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rí bọ́ ṣe máa ń gbàdúrà lọ sórí òkè kan ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Ṣe rí pé ńgbà tá a kéré mà kí orí òkè ò pọ̀ tó yìí, ẹ̀rí pé ìlú ò ní problem. But the more tó yí òkè yẹn ṣe ń tàn, because ẹ bá lọ sórí òkè yẹn kẹ ló ń sọ èdè tí àwọn forces tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ò gbọ́, we are creating problem. That's why tó fi jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi ń gbàdúrà tó láyé wọn ṣe ń da tó kí n má sọ ní ọ̀pọ̀ mi. Ẹ ṣe ìyá mi tẹ gbà mí láyé láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ní padà sórí.
Ẹ ṣe thank you very much. Yeah, it's all right. Ẹ ṣe yeah.
Ẹ má bínú.
So once in a while, because àwọn tún ní experience lórí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí ju èmi gan alára lọ, kò yé yín. though èmi mo kọ́kọ́ sọ for everybody pé èmi mo kọ́kọ́ wá sórí Facebook first person tó máa sọ boldly pé ọmọ èṣù ni mí. You understand? I'm the first person, but I want to ní experience nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹlẹ́sìn dé ìjú èmi lọ. So ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ bàbá Adébóyè lọ. Ẹ̀yin tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pẹ́ jù létí yín, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú, mo kàn ṣáà tún fẹ́ kàn enlighten wa ni. Yeah.
Don't do something to stop you. You will take over the nation.
Who will take over nation?
And whether the devil likes it or not, you will be great.
Can you imagine? Do you see how Baba Adeboye just systematically ẹ wo congregation yẹn, ó systematically pè wọ́n pé ayé yín máa bàjẹ́ ni. How many times have they heard that word? You will be great. How many times have they heard it? They've been hearing that for more than 30 years. They've never been great. They've been receiving it for the past 40 years. They've never been great. The only person that is getting greater is the Adeboye family. And the crooks like him. Please, who is after? I want Jamalani. Wer hat Angst from the schwarze Mann? Who is afraid of them? That the government is afraid of them because you see that they are influential. Without the government, can you ever be influential, Pa Adeboye? Without the government. Àbí Pa Adeboye tó ń lo bodyguard kiri kọ́ yìí ni. Tó ń lo bodyguard kiri, ó wọ inú chọ́ọ̀chì. Wọ́n ní chọ́ọ̀chì mi woman mi rántí orúkọ woman yẹn. Ó wọ chọ́ọ̀chì woman yẹn pẹ̀lú bodyguard. God tó ń sìn yẹn ò lè protect yẹ. Kò lè protect, á dẹ̀ máa purọ́ fáwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà. How can somebody be telling me, even for 1 year, if you tell me I will be great and I don't see that I am great, you're going to say, a power bear, shut up. Which one? Because my better saying, my course. You are telling somebody you will be great for how many years? Washing walk ọ̀kadà kiri, ìmí ṣì ń rìn kiri, tí ò ní owó tó máa fi wọ mọ́tò lọlé ẹ̀. Á rìn wá church, á rìn padà. Àwa láwọn tó lọ church dáadáa now. Torí ẹ̀ pé àwa la dẹ̀ tún fìdí wọn. So why are they deceiving people? They should let the poor people breathe. Pa Adeboye, you and your fellow Jaguda, let the people breathe. All of you coming out and be saying that the people should be paying tithes. People must pay tithes. If the government should take over church business today, all these people, you will see them, they will condemn church. They will condemn church. You want to tell people to pay tithes, and then all of a sudden, you will be great. -1 day today. Àwọn èèyàn máa sharing nǹkan tó máa ṣe fún yín ní Nàìjíríà yẹn. Nǹkan tó máa ṣe fún ẹ̀yin pastor ní Nàìjíríà. Some of you are now coming out and saying that you are having sleepless nights, you are having constant bad dreams, and this is why you are going out. Church yín, èmi wà 110% sure ni wípé most of you, the ones that has run out and the ones that are still there, if they begin to dig your churches, they will see human beings skull under your churches. Human beings skulls under your churches. Because I have not seen somebody as greedy as this man in my life. So that few period of things are hard. Yeah, we don't want you to pay tithe for this and that, for this period. We don't want you to be paying offering for this period. Tí àwọn èèyàn ò fi san owó yẹn, Baba Adeboye fẹ́ gbà padà by force. Because this money that you didn't spend that time, you must spend it now. Ṣé yẹn ni wọ́n ṣe ń jáde tó wá ń pariwo tithe? Ṣé yẹn náà ṣe ń pariwo tithe lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta? All the pastor, even this other Igbo pastor, this useless one that was saying that I want to say Biafra. So it's the Yoruba people that will bring Biafra up. So when the Yoruba people now start to say, our brother, come and meet us, kinikon, everything will go boom. That one too is shouting tithe matter. All of them talking about tithes. The Akuna among them, the Funke, that Funke one, that Akuna among them, that one too is coming out to be saying people should be paying tithes. It is today, it is with this video that I know that Pa Adeboye does not understand the Bible one bit. Pa Adeboye does not know the Bible one bit. He just the cajole people. You know, understand. Because if to say that person will understand the Bible, why don't they do this church business all these years? He supposed not bring this verse where he can they read to people. Where can humiliate them. He not supposed to bring her out can read. Because he's supposed to know everything. Even if supposed to say waiting there inside Matthew 23. He's supposed to know him. But you see, as he come, kai when ye Eriko Kolenu, the thing who come from mouth. You know if you read that out where. Because he don't know the Bible. Pa Adeboye does not know the Bible. Does not know the Bible. Where would they hear and go?
So they began this, they found out that one of the sources by which God had been sustaining his church is through tithing. They said, Jesus didn't ask us to tithe. So I'm going to ask them to put on the screen for you. A passage. Just one is enough. Matthew 23, verse 23. Matthew 23, verse 23. First of all, put it there in King James Version.
Did you hear that?
Please make it big.
Did you hear that? You see that this man is a wicked man. He said they should put that read the way they want to read now. They should put it in King James Version. They should put it in Slave Master's Version. They should put it in a Slave Master's Version. That is what this Baba is telling people. Everybody knows that King James is a slave master. Everybody knows that King James, na slave master. Pa Adeboye say, that version, when you want read, then should put it in Slave Master's Version. Because now that's why you go fit used to kajolu na the more. Pa Adeboye is proud to be reading King James Version Bible. Person will sleep with even in mama. Person will sleep with even in sister. Wake by them. That kind of book supposed to touch somebody where they say in be, in be holier and holier. Supposed to, in hand supposed to touch that kind of Bible. No, in hand not supposed to touch that kind of book. Because that book would dirty. The person will write that na very dirty person. Now that's what they tell you now. Make una no let people like this they deceive una. This Pa Adeboye, he no get any energy inside them. When we talk about energy, energy has connectivity with spirituality. This man no dey any spiritual. This man no get any energy. Now una spirituality and una energy, this man they use. And the more you go to his church, the more he get richer and you get more useless. Stop going to any church at all, not only Adeboye. Any church at all, stop going to their church. In children, know they work. In children, know they work. Now, money, now the children take the leave. We know politicians where their children, they work. Davido, now politician Peking, they work. A whole lot of them like that. But these pastors, where they impoverish the whole nation. These pastors are impoverishing the whole nation. People, our youth will go to church Monday to Monday. They know they go work. The human capital where Nigeria get, they're useful to Nigeria because of people like this. Nobody should come and write on my platform that the tithes are not from this pastor. Who are the tithe for? Who the tithe they for? Which account number God get where they put the money inside God account? Where the God dey? Not gonna use on our brain. This man go lie to us saying, follow God, drink tea. Their Bible let us know, say, you cannot see God. If you see God, you buy. I bet which the one I don't hear say this man buy. Where you go see God? They follow God, drink tea. Person where want see God, you go buy, you go when you go heaven now where dead body they live. Now dead body they live for heaven. So which the one I hear say Adeboye buy where you go they follow God, they drink tea. Make una think. These are fraudsters. Fraudsters. As Nigeria poor or rich, make this kind very mightily, billionaire, multi-billionaire. See, they ask them, they pay tithe. Poor people. Una not see say na juju be that. Bó ṣe kó ṣe kiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn tó lọ alọ máa fi ọwọ́ sí orí àwọn ọba yẹn. Very useless man. Very useless man. We see the picture when he take when they teach for one university like that. All those labu, where they pack sand for grant. Horrible looking creature all of a sudden turn to multi-billion. Okay, you don't use the people head. You don't make enough money. Can you not stop? Can you not stop? Can you not stop? Have you not made enough money? All of you useless pastors in Nigeria, have you not made enough money? Oyibo bring religion to you. You want to know the religion past the Oyibo. Israel and these people, Gaza, they fight. Nothing concerned Adeboye. He shook mouth. He shook mouth. Nothing concerned. For there, nothing concerned. All the while when Nigeria they get issue, how many of them can they put mouth? Can they say they won't save us? You won't go fight, and if he's sending children go, you won't come put Nigeria for problem. Very stupid man. Stupid. I am angry because I know that this pastor it's killing that country called Nigeria. That is why I'm angry. You destroy people's head. Go to China. Small children for China. Go see what then they do. See what then they do. See what then they produce. Our own people here now, they make noise. Rabo. They're not just feel make any sense. You go see that then go come out, the things say then get mouth. You go they hear, Jesus will bless you. If you don't do this, you pay your tithe. Very useless people. Very useless people. I was a victim of them. So I go shook hand inside any one of them. Even make that Jehovah come talk nonsense today. I go pour kelebe for that Jehovah face. You people are wicked. At least some people go no say they're wicked, then go shrink small. Then go say, okay, I don't make enough money for all these things. Make I just invest the money. But this old man, this fool, you know want pipe low. How dare you come out and be asking people they must pay tithes? And people are crying, said money no day. And you are saying they're going to pay tithes. They are paying tithes for the kingdom of heaven. Which kingdom of heaven? If kingdom of heaven day, your pikin, yoni, but your pikin wake by. Why you kilo de te wa baraje? Ṣé yẹn ò kí ó ṣe kingdom of heaven ló lọ ni? Kilo de te yin baraje gba to mo yin ṣaláìsí. Now there you go no say all these people now 419. See this other one wey happen now where MFM church. Then say the motto for MFM be say forgiveness is a sin. I beg, no be when we dey cult now that time we dey talk that kind of thing. Now cultists they make that kind pronouncement that forgiveness is a sin. But that is what they do in MFM. And I know it's not only MFM. All of them. Even Kumuyi own. All of them. To them, forgiveness is a sin. They don't have spirit of forgiveness. Anybody will just do mistake for their front, not to buy that person. And you think all these kind of people should supposed to get mouth where good-hearted people they? Any pastor will come out, come ask, say, make people they pay tithe, or go buy all of una. Any pastor, yeah, that will come out and be saying people must pay tithe, or go buy all of una. You people should leave the youths alone. Leave Nigerians alone. Let the poor breathe. If you want to open church, know in your brain that you are going to be feeding your congregation, not collecting from them. The federal government of Nigeria should put a law that asking people to come and be paying money in the church should be a death sentence. Make we see where they go hang all these fools. There should be a law stopping pastor from collecting tithe from poor people. Look at this useless man. We talk say him be labor president, or labor governor, labor whatever he is. He's asking the government to come and pay how much? 600,000, 500,000. How much he's saying they come and pay? How much are churches that are making free money? How much are churches paying their workers? How much church they pay their workers? People where they get free money be that too. People where they motivate our politicians to come and pack money for them. I beg, how much pastors they pay their workers? How much Adeboye and all these people, how much their ushers they collect? How much? One time we be thinking say maybe they really want to stop churches from doing, asking people to come to church Monday to Monday. I believe they won't stop that in that time. I know say our government self useless pass good shit. They not fit stop them. Then just that lockdown time, now they just like say then get muscle to fit do something. After that long lockdown, then stop. Why would people be going to church Monday to Monday? Why? Why? Human capacity where people take the developed country. Una get them, una not fit use them for that country. Una they fear people like all those kind of oporoko head. Una they fear them. At least try somebody like this Adeboye. Maybe we see if heaven go fall. Try them. Take soldier, army man, make them kick him with boots for make them push him. Like them do in the Boski. Make them do Adeboye like that. Maybe we see if heaven go fall. Make we see if heaven go fall. How dare you useless pastors? How dare you?
Everybody can read it.
So you imagine there.
Put it on the screen.
No.
It says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier. Please put this thing on the wall. The weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy.
That's them. How dare you, Adeboye and co? How dare you, Kumuyi Ndaboski and co? How dare you, Adeboye and co? Forgot the weightier matters of the Lord and be pushing your cumin and your tithes. What happens to what happened to mercy, forgiveness, faithfulness, respect for rule of law? What happens to that? That is what that Bible is saying. Why are you running after people paying tithes? Why are you not merciful to these people who are poor? Why are you still collecting money from them as rich as you are? That is what that Bible is saying. That is what Adeboye is reading out. That person was condemning them, collecting money, collecting tithes, even collecting those vegetables that they are bringing it to the other people instead of them to even be selling it and be eating for themselves. That is what that Bible is saying. That Bible is condemning people like Adeboye. But see how it twists them to benefit our King Loco. Welcome. See how it twists them to benefit them. See how it twists them so that so that people no go understand what they talk. Because some people there, they over-respect this man, they cannot look into his eyes. It they happen to everybody. When you respect people too much, to fit challenge what them thought you go, they hard you. Because you they over-respect them. These are people that don't deserve respect. Forget about their age. Age is just a fucking number. Age is just a number. Omwaki, I agree to you. Look at what they do to one pastor when I see. When the pastor, be like say, you put something for mouth. But you talk that if you have it started, I think, with 5,000 being conquered. If you have 5,000, run up now. No. Don't waste your time. Just run up now and put it here. Nobody answer. That is how they are supposed to be disgracing these ones. And all this babalawo that is doing juju for people like this, Ogugo pa olofuna. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, gbogbo àwọn babalawo, gbogbo àwọn oníṣẹ́ ṣe tí wọ́n ń gúnṣẹ́, tí wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ fún àwọn pastor lórí burúkú yìí, ó ti dìgbà tẹ́ máa fi àwọn ọmọ yín pay. Because you need to stop it. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń gbá wọn lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fi wá ń gé àwọn ọmọ yẹn jẹ. The government need to be arresting these people. The government need to, tell all the pastors, especially the big pastor, to reduce their churches to one branch. Somebody like Adeboye should reduce his church to one branch. And that one branch, now only in and family they go there. Only in and family they go that church where in saying open. Enough is enough. You people have impoverished the people of that country. Enough. In fact, people of that continent. Enough. Enough of it. All the children where you people are seeing that are going to cut head and be doing all these things. These pastors hand they. But because those children don't take oaths, they cannot come out and talk. See the one where go prison. MFM. And we go prison. The idiot, the MFM Olukoya, can't come out. Want to preach to people, want to pray. Now I swear for them. Me, Omo Batalolo Shumare, I yabam. I know they saying this nigga. I know they don't block me. And they no get choice. Now block them, go block me. Very useless people. Very useless people. Nigeria is tight. How can a multi-billionaire like this man still be asking for people to come and pay tithe, as rich as he is? I know they pity people. When I know they pity people. Now go the verse say, see this woman where they yap people everywhere. This one will just the yap people. Look at the old man when he the yap. Our ancestors were on the yap. Now mate. The ancestor way fight to get this land where on a day on top they build on a useless church. Now on a mate. Anybody will go look me say I dare rude to be insulting Adeboye or go buy that person. Adabi if Adeboye no insult people we senior. Not really Adeboye when I talk Adeboye now because him be the chief chief executive of Jaguda. Now Emeko. I dey mention a name. Then plenty. Some don't run, don't jackpa. Some jackpa. Ask me, what did they make pastors the jackpa? Because it's the dream. He jackpa come up for Nigeria. God, that's in Jehovah, no free protect them. Make pastor the jackpa. I make it shamelessly. They tell us, say, now because in they see bad dreams, he run away. And people where they go church, no one wise enough, they no one get brain. When una see una pastor, they work out with bodyguard. I bet this pastor supposed to carry pamphlet come. They tell you, say, I'm covered with the blood of Jesus. Make una collect town. Una not supposed to spit for him face. Say, if that blood of Jesus really cover you, why you they work out with bodyguard? When una go get sense, when una go borrow sense, at least make una just borrow some senses. Stop going to their churches. Stop. They worse past Muslim. Those ones. Then worse past Muslim. Now only now Muslim won't begin to one from far away. They want to they copy them. Muslim want to they copy them. Me, I don't know any Muslim will get private jet to be sincere. Those ones then get their own for body. You understand? Because when we finish with those ones too, we will come talk the other ones on. But my own be say, if Muslim not near me, I know they near them. But this pastor, now then they destroy Nigeria. Now them they destroy Nigeria. Now then they impoverish everybody. Now them they collect, brain for somebody hand, put water for somebody head, put water inside. Now them. Make we will not fit produce anything for Nigeria. So tell Chinese they come Nigeria, come they sell rice gari. Every video here now. Make Chinese come they cook Nigerian food inside Nigeria. Make Chinese come they cook, Yoruba Nigerian food for inside that Nigeria. And people are crying, say they don't see work. People they cry for Nigeria, so they don't see business do. And so Nigerians go they patronize them. Anything their own, they good for their body. The name of their food now then go give them. And then go give her another name. Then go give, the inyon, one pe inyon pounded yam, one pe obe ewuro, one bitter leaf soup, one le pe ni obe ewuro. But on va mak pe pizza, one pe pizza. One ni pe ni flour gigon. One pe pasta, ni pasta. But one ni le po bella lo bella, one ma pe ni okra soup. Everything their own, they sweet for their body. Everything their own, they sweet for their body. Is a Chinese man supposed to come to Nigeria and be selling Nigerian food and Nigerians go there? Are they supposed to go there? Make Chinese man enter Nigeria when they cook Nigerian food. And everything you can imagine, you can be sure that all the things whether they use they cook for that Chinese food that they bring them for China. All the things whether they cook that the egusi or color where they cook for them. If they bring them, then they bring them from China. They don't go buy for that Nigeria. Waiting happen, want shake for one, they swear for us. They swear for us. Even the Bible curse people. Quran curse people when no they do their own ancestral way or when no they follow their ancestral way of life. The two Abrahamic books, curse people. And then we are surprised that things are not working well. Things will not work well unless we go the ways of our fathers. If our children not go our way, we go vex. We go disown them. Some go even buy the child because you not going your own way. But we will refuse to go our forefathers' way. We go, they demonize them. Some people go look person and say, you won't go follow ancestors. They not even understand the meaning of what they say. You won't go follow ancestors. But that one where you they follow, now somebody ancestors. That Jehovah where you they follow, now somebody ancestors. Jesus where you they follow, now somebody ancestors, not be your own. Not be your own. Now 144,000 people, now them promise the word. Say you go enter the kingdom of heaven. The population of this world is going 8 billion, if it's not more. 8 billion. So you think, say, if 144,000 they go, Africans go enter. Africans go enter. Africans where they not fit allow, make it be. No country for this continent, Africa, where they among G5. Now you can't say them go allow una. Make una use una brain. These pastors are stealing from you. They are destroying you. They are destroying you. Where Adeboye they work? Where Esther Ajayi they work? Where all of them they work? Where then they work? They don't get any work where then they do. But these are multi-billionaires. Where did they get the money from? Hush puppy, they did the language in jail. Wait, these people own pass hush puppy. These people matter pass hush puppy. Maybe they hear the old Jaguda.
And then he said, these ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. In case you don't understand King James Version,
yeah,
I will ask that they put it on.
I bet wait till we don't understand for King James Version. King James, the Adofuro, what you talk for there is clear. No be King James talk so. But now the Bible where him bring come enslave Africans. Now him then write those things there. The person where write that in there say, why una go they run after people they where they why una they ask people to they pay tithe, where we say the other thing what una supposed to do, like to love, to show mercy, to show faithfulness, to respect the rule of law, to follow the law of the land, to give to be kind to people. Why not follow that one? Now so somebody then they bring their goosey come now on the day after. Una no fit them, una no fit just show mercy to them, una no fit show kindness to them. Now what did that person they ask? Now what did that person they ask? She this Pa Adeboye, anything say the thing where the King James Version go different from the other version when you want read. Now the same thing go there inside. Because either King James or New Kinikon or not to call enslave Africans. Now grammar go different. The same meaning I go there inside the two. What you they make and they say, you don't read this one though, because it ought to be baggy ko mo ipe nkan to wa nbe yen niyen. No, over lo another book. To ba ye pe ko nse pe scoin díẹ̀ ba baba yen ja ni. Kini essence yi pe read it in another version. Àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́ wọn lè ka pé ṣé bàbá yìí gbádùn báyìí. People should arrest all the pastors now. Go EFCC, you must begin to go after the pastors now. You must begin to go after the pastors now. We want factory in Nigeria, not church. Let everybody church in their house. Let everybody be churching in their house. We need factory. We don't want church again. Church is destroying people's lives. So church is making everybody poor. You cannot go to one house and be worshiping a God that lives inside you. If you say God is a spirit, we all have spirit that lives in us. So, sensible person should know that inside you is where that God is. So why are you going to somewhere to praise one God when you can praise your God in your house? Praise yourself, dance, listen to music. Listen to music. You have spirit. We all have spirit in us. And you people let us understand that God is spirit. We have that spirit in us. And the same Jesus that you people are telling us about says, ask his people that what are you looking for God for? Don't ye know ye all are gods? I beg, this thing hard to understand. Why una they like all this, let all these pastors, they 419 una? Make una use una brain for once. In fact, not go church for 1 or 2 years. That money where you go, they put for church, they put them inside colo. At the end of the year, may we see if your life go change, abi God go punish you. Try it for 1 year. Try it for 1 year. When I will go, they carry una go church, now they give una, make una they couscous. Where you una will not go, never reach any age. They believe, say, prosperity. We have to make it. Yes, we have to make it. But everybody will make it, by walking. Not by looking for, envelope from above. There is no envelope coming from above. Even manna, when they say it come from heaven, a lie, now snow. Now, not be even for heaven, say, now from the sky, now snow fall. No be manna. No be manna. Maybe they hear ona.
Translation. That's modern English now. That you can see. Will you contract it a little so you can see? Oh, God bless my engineers. Anyway, I will read it to you. He said Matthew 23 verse 3. Matthew 23 verse 23. He said, what sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law?
You see how that thing draw for him out like Ogbono. That's why when you read where they want yab the preachers of religion, you see how he draw for him out like Ogbono. You will know that this man does not know Bible one bit. Adeboye does not know Bible one bit. Kò mọ Bible kankan. Tó bá yẹ pé èèyàn tó mọ Bible ni kò ní ka verse tó kà yìí, kò mọ Bible kankan.
For you are careful to tithe even the tiniest income from your herb gardens. And to ignore the more important...
Tithing should be from your herb's garden. Tithing, what they were using as tithe then, is for what they plant. If you get cocoyam, you bring. That is what they were using as tithe, not money. Not to bring your 10%. If Abraham give something to Melchizedek, does that mean everybody must be doing that? Does that mean everybody must be doing that?
Aspects of the law.
Why would I not they use your wife dance go-go? Should be Abraham using wife dance go-go?
He said, you should tithe.
Oh my God.
Yes. But do not neglect the more important things.
Sherry, you see what in this man talk for there? Sherry got to somewhere here. You should tithe. Yes. What are we going to say? Yes now. If you want to make tithe, but that one not mean say you will come they say you know go dey merciful now. Now waiting that now so that thing just go for there. Okay, you want tithe, then say may you no tithe. May you tithe now if you want tithe. But this one they important now. Why you no go do this one? Okay, you want take hand wash You want to take hand wash your plate. Yeah, but put my own plate inside wash machine. Example Jaguda. Example Jaguda. Let me use a better example. Okay. You won't go out. I know say you no go out. I know say you no go out. But just ensure say you no pass that road. Something like that. In continue somewhere. That yeah, you can tithe if you want to tithe. But this is not more important than this one. This is the most important. You have to do this, then you can tithe. Oh, you want to give them your cumin and your leaves, your herbs. Yeah, you can. But then you must pay your tax. Something like that is what that person is saying. But see how Adeboye is putting as if, yes, you must pay your tithe. In English, Adeboye is putting it as if paying tithe is more important than the later. But the person is letting us know that the later is more important than tithe. The person letting us know that if you don't pay tithe, you might not put yourself in danger. But if you don't do the later, you will put yourself in danger. It's like having a risk of something and having a hazard. Do you understand? These are the two things. And when you take a risk, you might survive it. But something hazardous, you might not survive it. I mean, you will not survive it. In country, if you were running it. But Baba, he put it as if we pay any, Benny, who sing commit to Lishe, Ogbado son tithing. No, that is not what they wrote there. And why would a whole Adeboye be lying to people? Why would he be lying to people? Why would he be lying to people? If at this age of 80-something, Adeboye is lying, then there is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the mountain. I don't want to put on the light, but this thing is dark. Then there is Then there is fire on the mountain. Make una no dey go church again. Make una no dey go church again. Church na evil place to go. If you dey look for the biggest people they jealous for this life, go church. The most wicked human being na church today, especially pastor wives. Them be wicked people. Now then they jealous pass. Now then you go meet for work. By the time where they don't see something like this for your hand, you go see them, their system go kaput, you go scatter. Now how you go come out for that work? Then go they look for. They are the most wicked people on earth, church people. Most wicked people.
Speaking. What did Jesus ask you to do? You tithe. He said you should tithe.
He did not say so.
And he added, yes.
You see how he's lying? That Jesus added yes, you must tithe. Lying openly.
He's not going to base his judgment on what is on the internet.
Can you imagine?
Or what is it on the Facebook?
You see? For Adeboye to go as far. Internet, Facebook, Baba Oda ipò ti tán fún yín. Kí ló ń ṣe yín? You see an eye for there? You see this my eye? If you see this my video, waiting go there for a mind, be say, this girl, the day when I go catch him, I will cut her into pieces. I will that hand pointed nose, I will first cut her through away with scissors. In ear. That in ear will be like a horror own. Cut her through away. Now waiting go there in mind be that. These are evil, evil people. Evil, evil people. That man where go the do housing, estate agent, I think I still respect that man past this one. This one is evil. Even Ibati TB Joshua Gonku, he was the first person that come out to be talking nonsense. He was the first one that showed it as if TB Joshua can buy and go to hell. That is how evil he is. And his wife cannot talk to him. Two evil people marry themselves. Come born idiots. Àwọn wo ni wọ́n bẹ̀rù yín? Àwọn wo ló sọ pé wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí Adeboye? Àwọn wo ni? Adeboye tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ játijàti séṣù. Adeboye tó ń insult àwọn ọba wa. Òun làwọn èèyàn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Who the hell is he? Who the hell is he? Destroying the lives of people. Destroying the lives of people. And thinking people cannot understand what is the cajoling that is giving us. Enough of your nonsense. Enough. All of you. Enough of your nonsense.
Form of communication is going to say, can't you read for yourself?
Can you imagine?
What did I say? Jesus is my Lord. I will do whatever he says.
He didn't ask you
Not anybody else.
that you must pay tithes. He didn't say so.
In 1 Samuel
The
chapter
writer.
15,
In fact,
you can read it from verse 1 to the
let's make this man get out from there. Rubbish. All this kind criminally minded people. Now, you see, my topic is to educate this man. I have a video here to use to educate him. And I'm going to play it. Pa Adeboye, come over here and listen to this.
Great. Well, here we are, another debate, as we've said, and the question before us tonight is, should the church teach tithing? And we've got two experts with us here tonight. First of all, speaking for the motion is the Reverend Mike Koona Ewosho. Mike, you're more than welcome. Thank you. And coming from a different perspective is Russell Earl Kelly, PhD. So that sounds good, doesn't it? And Mike, you to go first. Thank you very much.
And because of the shortness of time, I'd like to just read from Galatians chapter 3, where Paul began to talk about Abraham. And I've heard all the arguments against what I'm going to say.
Very
but I'll still
useless
say my
people.
part.
You see this one? Very useless people. Are you related to Abraham? Daki? Are we related to Abraham? Allegorical Abraham. Are we related to that thing they call Abraham? Are we? We are not related to him. We are not. But because of time, let me.
Abraham from Galatians chapter 3, the Bible says from verse 7, therefore know that only those who are of faith are sons of Abraham.
You see the children of slaves. You see descendants of slave, how they talk. According to the Bible. According to the Bible. What is your business with the Bible? Any right-thinking African should never be referencing to anything in the Bible. Ẹni tí orí ẹ̀ bá pé, ẹni torí ẹ bá pé nínú aláwọ̀ dúdú kò yẹ kán fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kán máa reference sí Bible yẹn torí ìwé akónilẹ́rú ni. Wọ́n ti accept wípé ẹrú ni wọ́n. That is why they cannot do anything without referencing to that Bible. That is why they can't. They have been conquered. This is a submission, that they have been conquered. That is why any black person will be referencing to Bible before they can make one single statement.
The Gentiles, by faith, preached the gospel to Abraham beforehand, saying, in you all the nations shall be blessed. So then, those who are of faith are blessed with believing Abraham. That's scripture. All the nations shall be blessed through you. Came in Genesis chapter 12, and in Genesis chapter 14, Abraham gave tithes to Melchizedek. Therefore, the tithe is not part of the Old Testament, like it has been argued. The tithe is part of the gospel, because the gospel was preached in advance to Abraham, and we all believe, according to Paul's writing, that the kind of faith we have was exemplified in the person of Abraham. Now, if I had the time, I would have established in your thinking foundationally what even means to the New Testament church. But because of lack of time, I can just take the tip of the iceberg.
You will see how the other white man will disgrace this idiot.
In Matthew 23 and 23 and Luke 11 and 42, he actually was condemning the heart of the religious people who were mindful of every other thing but issues of the law of justice and mercy and faith. And he said that they should do everything and ought not to have left the tithing undone. So Jesus never.
No, that's not what Jesus said. Jesus said that the laws, the kindness, the mercy and faithfulness is supposed to be the paramount, something in their lives than the tithing. So in essence, he was saying that the tithing is the last thing that you people should even be making, important. Nǹkan tí verse yẹn sọ nìyẹn. Nǹkan tí tithe yẹn sọ nìyẹn. Tí verse yẹn sọ òun nìyẹn. And when the verse spoke about tithes, it did not even mention tithing, as per owó. Kò mention tithing, ní kò fi owó sí. Kò sọ̀rọ̀ owó wá. Irúgbìn òun ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe tithing nígbà yẹn. Ni wọ́n fún àwọn èèyàn. Àwọn ní this Pentecostal church gan ni wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ is a tithing ṣe kíní kan. There is this guy, this man, òyìnbó ni man yẹn. Tí ó explain ní ọ̀rọ̀ tithe yìí dáadáa, mi ò rí fídíò yẹn ni mo ṣe gbélé ìwá, mi ò rí fídíò yẹn. Ó explain reason tí wọ́n ṣe ń pe Jésù ní Christ. Ó explain ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Ó explain ní gbogbo ẹ̀. So that word tithe, ó explain ní ẹ̀. Wípé wọn ìtumọ̀ tithe tí àwọn èèyàn wá sọ ń sìn pé kíní, ó ní ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tí àwọn English ń pè ní ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀. Ó explain ní ìtumọ̀ kíní yẹn ní èdè tó bá wá. So why would you say because Abraham paid tithe to Melchizedek, àbí bá lọ́jọ́ porúkọ yẹn, then people should be paying tithe in Africa? If you want to pay tithe yourself, ta ni Abraham san tithe yẹn fún jẹ́ bọ́ sọpọ̀ bá ní Abraham san tithe fún. Kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe wá ń san tithe fún àwọn pastor? Kí ló dé tí tithe yẹn ò lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọba tó ṣe ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ pastor? Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ emulate Abraham, because all of them is coming out and be saying, Abraham paid tithe to this person, Abraham paid tithe to a king. Is Adeboye a king or is Kumuyi a king? All these useless people, are they kings? If not that Nigerian government is so useless, you may ẹ wá mú àwọn ọba yẹn ẹ tẹ́ńbẹ́lẹ́ wọn ẹ wá gbé àwọn pastor lórí wọn. Ẹ wá stop ìṣàkólẹ̀ gbogbo ìṣàkólẹ̀ tó yẹ kó máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọba ó wá ń lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn olórí burúkú pastor yìí. Àti wàhálà bá dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù ẹ nípa àwọn pastor yẹn o àwọn ọba yẹn lẹ máa pè ẹ wá ní kí Ṣàngó kó má fọ yín lójú lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan kò ṣe ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò wá o àwọn ìjọba là ń bá wíńsìn. Àbí ẹ ti gbọ́ bí tí wàhálà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù tí wọ́n ń pe pastor yìí pé ẹ lọ solve problem tó wà ńbẹ̀ àwọn ọba yẹn ni wọ́n máa ń pè náà. Àwọn ọba yẹn ni àwọn governors máa ń pè pé nǹkan tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbègbè yín nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe kíkan but meanwhile in that same agbègbè there are pastors that have more than 10 churches in that agbègbè wọn ò dẹ̀ ní pé àwọn pastors yẹn. That is the kind of injustice and mercilessly that the Bible, this your write-up is talking about. That is what it's talking about. And a very stupid set of
mentions the word tithe, but from Paul's practices and Paul's teachings, we can infer in many places that Paul recognized the role of giving and the role of support for ministers of the gospel, and Paul himself, though didn't take it, and there's an argument that Paul was
they have to give them, they have to give the minister of the this thing, you know, some money. What I'm doing here too is ministering. And I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it for free. Do you understand? What I'm doing here, ministering non pe. Ṣé dandan ni consultate fún yín ni ẹ lè minister for fun ni. Ẹ fi pàrònú rẹ̀. Ṣé lè ṣe yẹn ni ẹ̀yin pastor wèrè. Fúnfẹ́yìn àwa gba owó àrùn àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kan lọ ṣe yahoo àrùn àwọn ọlọ́kan lọ gé orí wá kí wọ́n ta kan pa àwọn èèyàn kí wọ́n ṣe baby factory kan kó gbogbo ìfun wọn kan lọ tà àwọn kíndìnrín wọn kan lọ tà àwa mú 0.1% nínú owó yẹn a máa pín àwọn èèyàn náà a máa believe wípé èèyàn gidi kan ni. That useless Fúnfẹ́yìn. When I will agree by force, so Alakwa. I will agree by force.
The point is, Paul being a tent maker did not stop the support he received. And Paul being a tent maker did not stop him having partners in the Philippians and did not stop the fact that Jesus himself said the laborer is worthy of his wages. So, at the end of the day, tithe was never condemned in the New Testament. The tithe was an Old Testament practice, and we're not supposed to practice the tithe in the New Testament with the spirit of the Old Testament. The spirit of the Old Testament is fear and judgment. The spirit of the New Testament is love, appreciation.
Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo nǹkan tó fi ń kàjó làwọn èèyàn. Ó mọ̀ wípé kò yẹ kí wọ́n practice sí Old Testament ní New Testament. But ẹ wo bó ṣe put ẹ pé they should not practice it in the spirit of the Old Testament. Kí ni spirit tó yàtọ̀ nínú Old àti New? Ṣé rí pé Jaguda burúkú làwọn people yìí? That they should not practice, they should not bring the Old Testament to the New Testament and tó bá fẹ́ gbé wá, they should not practice it in the Old Testament spirit. Does that make sense to anybody? Does it make sense to anybody? Kajolin burúkú. Èyí tí idiot yìí sọ nsìn Nigerian pastors mi àti rí yẹn àti hàn a lọ fi preach ní church. That some people are saying that the Old Testament or something is the tithe something is the Old Testament practice. But yes, we know it's the Old Testament practice, but we can adopt it and bring it to the New Testament. But what we cannot do is use the spirit of the Old Testament. We have to bring it to the New Testament and use the New Testament spirit. Now so then go put on these useless people. Now so then go put on 419. Now them be African pastor. They are all 419 evil. The one that irritates me is the ones that talk like as I just talk now. Say, hey, Jesus is coming to save you. When are you going to wait? You looking come? You will. Those are the evil ones. They are all evil, oh, but those ones are more evil. You want to talk, you talk people to hear and talk fluently. They put a fizzy inside it to make it sweet. It's the same these useless people that will tell you that all things are passed away. Why are they not saying, no, all things will not be passed away because we are going to purify it and make it in the good, in new spirit? Why are they not saying it? Anything that does not favor them in the Old Testament is passed away. All things are passed away, but you put Old Testament and New Testament together. Why not print only the New Testament and be following the New Testament? Why? They will bring something up and say Jesus said that he has not come to change the laws of the land. That is why they put it. They put both of them together. You see how they deceive you. You see how they deceive you. A whole lot of you that are going to church, pastors are taking your luck, your destiny. They are taking your destiny. They are taking your destiny. That is why you will be in that church 10 years, 20 years, nothing changed. That one room where you say now you go stay. Nobody say you want to stay, but now there you go stay. Because the money where you're supposed to elevate yourself, you don't carry and give pastor. So wake up. Wake up. If to say me I get chance, if to say the government get chance, you see everybody where they go church for Nigeria, may they just send them come abroad. May their icon see say, no, these pastors not be waiting them be. You sponsor them, all come.
Faith and honor. That's my submission. Thank you.
Now listen to intelligent person talk.
Is that I'm not against church support. A lot of people confuse tithes and offerings. I am fully for supporting the gospel. I make a statement that is a bold, daring statement that not one single thing taught by the church today concerning tithing is biblical. I know you don't like that, but let me say it again. Not one
only tithing is not biblical.
It's
not biblical.
Concerning tithing today is biblical. Now I'll go back to the definition of tithing. There are 16 texts in the Word of God that define the contents of the tithe. And in each text, the tithe is always only food from God's holy land of Israel, which God has miraculously increased by his own hand. The biblical tithes could not come from what man produced. They could not come from what man increased.
Only tithing, biblical tithing, nǹkan tó wà nínú, tó jọmọ́ tithing yẹn. Ìwé kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tí ọmọ èèyàn wọ́n produce. That means to say, kò kí ń ṣe anything bí owó. Only is something natural, produce, nǹkan tí ó wà natural, nǹkan ọ̀gbìn tó hù láti ilẹ̀. Only nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe tithing yẹn kò kí ń ṣe owó. Nígbà yẹn owó ti wà, but àwọn èèyàn ò kí ń fi owó ṣe tithe. Nǹkan ọ̀gbìn náà fi ń ṣe tithe. Something healthy, nǹkan ọ̀gbìn, nǹkan tí wọ́n gbìn tó wá láti ilẹ̀, òun náà fi ń ṣe tithe. Kò kí ń ṣe owó. Kò yé yín? Nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn.
Could not come from Gentiles, and especially they could not come from outside the Holy Land of Israel.
So only àwọn Gentiles ò kí ń san tithe. àwọn people yìí ṣẹ́rí àwọn ó dà mo fẹ́ sọ pé àwọn Gentiles yẹn ni wọ́n ń pè ní àwọn sherik táwọn Muslim ń pè ní sherik. Àwọn kèfèrí àbí nǹkan kan ṣá táwọn ń pè ní kèfèrí tó ń believe pé àwọn ń pè ní kèfèrí. Wọ́n ní àwọn yẹn ò kí ń san tithe. Àwọn Gentiles nígbà yẹn were lazy people, dirty people that have no life. Òun ni wọ́n pè ní Gentiles nígbà yẹn. Àwọn tí àwọn Israeli ò rí as part of them. And that tithing something is nǹkan táwọn Israeli nìkan ni wọ́n ń ṣe tí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe fún àwọn ará ilé Levi. I think he's going to say, let's just listen to him.
And in 10 years, I've had
Yorùbá ò dẹ̀ kí n sára lé Levi.
Prove me that definition is incorrect. So right off the bat, the definition everybody uses for tithing, I believe, is wrong. But then the argument comes up, well, they didn't have money in those days. Therefore, the tithe was barter. You traded food for items. The book of Genesis alone contains the word money 32 times. The word money occurs 44 times before the tithing occurs in Leviticus 27. So money was very common in the Old Testament. As a matter of fact, money was required for sanctuary service. If you were to bring a vow, if you was to pay a fine, if you was to pay the shekel, the head tax, even slaves bought their freedom with money. So money was required if money was required in the sanctuary service, then why was money never included in any definition of tithing in the Old Testament?
So nǹkan tí ó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ó ní nígbà yẹn owó ti wà, but nǹkan tí wọ́n ń lo owó fún, tí n bá ṣe mistake anybody lè pè wọlé, I can spare like 5 minutes láti kan correct mi. Ó ní owó ti wà nígbà yẹn wípé but nǹkan míì ni wọ́n ń lo owó fún. Kò yé yín? For instance, ó ṣe example pé tí ẹlẹ́wọ̀n bá fẹ́ get ara ẹ̀ free, like kan bẹ́ẹ̀lì ẹ̀, ó ní wọ́n máa ń lo owó. So owó ti wà nígbà yẹn, but wọ́n ò lo owó fún anything like tithe. Because ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn pastor kan sọ pé reason tí wọ́n ṣe ń lo nǹkan ọ̀gbìn nígbà yẹn is because kò sí owó ńlẹ̀, but owó ti wà nígbà yẹn. Àṣírí gan tiẹ̀ ti tú. Àwa ọmọ ṣọ́kẹ́ kò rí àwọn pictures kan tó jáde, àwọn ancient owó. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn tí wọ́n ya sí àwọn èèyàn dúdú ni. Ancient owó pọ̀ nígbà yẹn. Because àwa gan nílẹ̀ Africa à ń believe wípé ẹyọ owó là ń lò. Irọ́ owó ti wà. Kan tó bí Jésù owó ti wà. Máa yìí dẹ̀ sọ pé ní ìwé Numbers, àwọn ìwé book Exodus kìíní kan, Genesis kankan, ó kọ how many times tí wọ́n pe owó tó mention money níbẹ̀. But àwọn èèyàn ò kí ń fi owó san tithe nígbà yẹn. Tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ti ń fi owó san tithe ni, then a lè gbọ́ sétí pé okay, it is not a big deal. But then there was money, but nobody was collecting tithe, as collecting money as tithe. Nobody was doing that. Agricultural produce ni wọ́n máa ń gbà fún tithe nígbà yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ń bọ́ àwọn èèyàn tí ò róúnjẹ jẹ ni, àwọn poor people, àwọn ìdílé kan tún kó lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọba. Bí a ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ìṣákọ́lẹ̀ like kí a ṣe ń rí nínú àwọn movie Yorùbá náà, táwọn èèyàn máa kó ìṣákọ́lẹ̀ fáwọn ọba. Ṣe bí òun l'Àfọ̀njá sọ pé wọn ò gbọdọ̀ máa kó ìṣákọ́lẹ̀ lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ Aláàfin mọ́, pé ọ̀dọ̀ òun nìkan máa kó ìṣákọ́lẹ̀ yẹn wá. A sì ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ wa náà, duty of every, even wọ́n sì ń ṣe di ọ̀la ní I think Ọ̀yọ́, wọ́n sì ń ṣe àwọn villages yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n sì ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan yẹn, tí àwọn èèyàn lọ máa kó nǹkan ọ̀gbìn, ẹja ni o, gàrí ni o, púpúrú ni o, iṣu ni wọ́n sì ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ tiwa di ọ̀la, wọ́n máa lọ kó fọ́ba. So nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ń gbà yẹn nìyẹn, ìyẹn ni wọ́n ń pè ní tithe. Àwọn pastor ni wọ́n wá change everything láti fi favour ara wọn. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń fi owó ṣe tithe. tó bá sọ pé Abraham san tithe 10%, ó pín tó bá ní gálọ̀nù epo 10, á gbé apá kan pé ẹ lọ gbé fún ọba, ẹ gbé fún ìyàwó ọba, ẹ gbélé wọ́n ṣe ń gbà yẹn ni ó lè ní gbogbo àwọn pastors yìí. Ẹ má bẹ̀rù wọn, ẹ má lọ sí church wọn mọ́. Kò sí nǹkan tán lè fi yín ṣe. Tẹ́ bá ń gbé ní Gando, tẹ́ ń lọ church ní Gando, tẹ́ bá rí pé okay, for your safety, ẹ kúrò ní Gando kẹ́ lọ sájàngbàdì. Ẹ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ẹ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ẹ má bẹ̀rù wọn. They are all criminals. Wọ́n kó yín láyà jẹ ni. Wọ́n kó yín ní àyà jẹ ni. Ẹ má bẹ̀rù wọn mọ́.
We'll probably go round and round with Genesis 14 and Abraham. That's usually where everybody, the debates go to. I contend that, in the first place, it wasn't Abraham, it was Abram. He was still an uncircumcised Gentile in Genesis 14. He wasn't circumcised till chapter 7.
Abraham gan tí wọ́n sọ pé ó fún ọba ní tithe. Ẹ gbọ́ bí màá yẹn ṣe describe ẹ̀. Uncircumcised Gentile. Uncircumcised Gentile. Uncircumcised Sherik. So, why would you follow the practice of a kèfèrí? Kèfèrí làwọn Christian pè ní unbeliever. So, Abraham was an unbeliever then, because up to tomorrow wọ́n sọ wípé kò lẹ́sìn, kò believe in anything. So why are you people following his practice? Ẹ ti rí pé ó lè ní wọn, olè náà fi ń jà. Anything tó bá ti benefit wọn, wọ́n curl ibẹ̀. Ibi tó bá benefit wọn, wọ́n á gé. Olè làwọn pastor yín. Ẹ rí blouse tara ní Temu. Fúnṣẹ́. Blouse Temu. Oh, they're nice.
17. Second, I point out that what Abram tithed was not a holy tithe. It was from pagan spoils of war, which he had gathered from those who had sacked Sodom and Gomorrah. The main thing I point out about Abraham is that nowhere does the Bible say why Abram tithed. All of the tithe teachers, as a matter of fact, I concede that all of the commentaries that discuss Genesis 14, every commentary I've ever seen says that Abram tithed because he freely chose to do so. Well, I contend the Word of God does not say that. And I offer that since Abram was born and raised in Babylon...
kò sí nínú Bible níbi tí anybody ti kọ́ pé ìdí tí Abraham ṣe fún tithe ẹ̀ rèé o. Okay, Abraham fún tithe because Jésù pàṣẹ fún. A mọ̀ pé Jésù kò sí nígbà Abraham náà. Ó yé yín. Ìdí tí Abraham ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí san tithe ni pé Ọlọ́run sọ pé kó ṣe. Ó ní there was nothing like that. Kò sí nínú Bible reason tó ṣe tithe. And this was an unbeliever. This was a Gentile. So Jésù tó sọ pé òun ò wá láti wá pa lọ́rẹ́. Ọlọ́run ò sọ pé káwọn èèyàn san tithe, but Jésù ló máa sọ káwọn èèyàn san tithe. Meanwhile, misinterpretation ni, manipulation lásán ni àwọn pastor yẹn ń sọ. Kò síbi tí Jésù gan ti sọ pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ san tithe. Kò síbi tó ti sọ. Kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ibi tí phrase tí bàbá Adeboye kà yẹn excuse me, ẹ lè kà for your advantage. Ẹ dẹ̀ lè kà, bó ṣe yẹ kó lọ. But bàbá Adeboye kà to his own advantage ni. Wípé you must pay tithe. Yes, you must pay. But it was not like that. Nǹkan bí nǹkan yẹn ṣe lọ ni pé yes, you can pay tithe if you want to pay tithe. But this is more important. You have to do this first. Bí phrase yẹn ṣe lọ, bí verse yẹn ṣe lọ nìyẹn. So kí ni reason tí Abraham ṣe san tithe? Because one sọ fún wa ń sìn pé Abraham was the first person to pay tithe. But it was not mandatory to pay the tithe. He paid the tithe. He paid the shakole from his own free will. So why are these pastors telling people that if you don't pay tithe, you are going to hellfire? Why are they saying that? Shouldn't it be out of free will? The same thing tí àrólé bàbá 1010 ní ṣe ń sìn tó sọ pé ẹ dáwó sí Ọ̀rànmíyàn 10 ni ó ẹ ti rí ó wá gbé fídíò àwọn Yíbò wá láti fi convince àwọn Yorùbá nǹkan tí bàbá Adébóyè ń ṣe ní àrólé 1010 ní ṣe. Ẹ dáwó sí Ọ̀rànmíyàn 10 Ọ̀rànmíyàn ṣe ti rí àwọn Yíbò wọ́n ti ń sanwó sí Ọ̀rànmíyàn. It is the same thing 419 àrólé bàbá 1010 lógún ló máa pa ẹ́ olè ní ẹ́. It is the same thing. Anywhere they can steal, they want to steal. Anywhere they can steal. So stop going to their church. Stop going to their church if you want to make it in life. Stop going to their church. You see all those ones that they say, okay, maybe this person is going to church and he's making it. It was like this when those are the people in their own carcass. I want to man give from one year. They have their own inner carcass. Just those pastors you see. You don't know anything.
He probably learned tithing from the Babylonians, and the tithes in Abram's time were the law of the land. This is new to a lot of people. The law of the land required that tithes of spoils of war be brought to your local king priest. And therefore Abraham was not obeying a command of God. I suggest he was obeying the common law of the land, and that can be proven by many, many sources. But Abraham was the father of faith. Yes, but not everything Abraham did was motivated by faith. We say we should give the tithe because Abraham gave 10%. Well, what do we do with this when we say Abraham gave the 90% to the king of Sodom? Do we look up our local witches' coven in London and say, here's my 90%? I'm following Abraham's example. So how far do we go with Abraham's example as a father of faith?
So,
but think about this.
Abraham ti fún àwọn kan náà ní 90% nǹkan ọ̀gbìn ẹ̀rí. Kò ń ṣe 10% tó fún Melchizedek. Mi ò mọ bí ṣe máa pronounce ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Melchizedek àbí nǹkan kan. 10% ló fún yẹn, but Abraham ti fún yàn míì rí ní 90%. So ẹ ti rí pé 419 ní táìtì tí wọ́n wá ń pariwo yẹn. 419 òun ní táìtì yẹn. Ẹ má san táìtì yín fún chọ́ọ̀chì kankan mọ́. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí chọ́ọ̀chì wọn, tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fi offering lẹ̀, ẹ fi bí 1 naira lẹ̀. Wọ́n sì ní 1 naira ṣá. Àbí 10 naira, ẹ fi 10 naira àbí 100 naira ẹ fi lẹ̀. Kò sí coins mọ́ Nàìjíríà. The least paper ní kẹ́ fi síbẹ̀. The least paper. Mo rántí gbà tó rẹ̀ mi kan tó invite me lọ sí church 20p ni mo fi síbẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi 20p yẹn síbẹ̀. Ọkọ̀ envelope fún mi láwọn wèrè olè. Na me go work sometime 14 hours kan dey give one idiot money. Mo fi 20p síbẹ̀. I told my friend pé na 20p I put for there. Ó ní you wicked o. 20p ni mo fi síbẹ̀. Tí gbogbo inú church yẹn bá fi 20p síbẹ̀, church yẹn within 3 months ó máa lọ wáṣẹ́ mi ṣe. Pastor yẹn lọ wáṣẹ́ mi ṣe. Ẹ̀yin imagine bí àwọn èèyàn ṣe pọ̀ ní church bàbá Adébóyè yẹn. I want to say he is a congregation. Àwọn tí wọ́n lọ sí church bàbá Adébóyè. Wọ́n lé ní 10 million. Inside and outside Nigeria. Imagine owó tí bàbá yẹn ń ká lóṣooṣù. Imagine owó tí bàbá yẹn ń ká lóṣooṣù. Kò ń ṣe òun nìkan o, gbogbo wọn ni o. But imagine owó tí wọ́n ká lóṣooṣù. For somebody to be able to buy even one private jet, this is not Shere Cambia. No, it's a whole lot of money. To maintain it, it's a whole lot of money because the pilot TMA hire. Either fly private jet and be fly here. Kó wà ńbẹ̀ for 1 year tẹ́ bá fly here. Pilot máa gba owó wọn lówó kékeré dẹ̀ kọ́ ni pilot ń gbà. Owó kékeré kọ́ ni pilot ń gbà. So you can see how stinkingly rich these people are. Nobody is saying they should not be stinkingly rich. They can. But they need to stop impoverishing the people of that country. Problem tèmi ní pẹ̀lú wọn nìyẹn. They need to stop impoverishing the people of that country. Enough is enough. We don't want to see them. They irritate us. They aggravate people like us when they come out and be threatening people to come and be paying tithes. No. They should not be doing that. Kí ló wá fi yàtọ̀ sí olè tó báyọ̀ ń ta, tó báyọ̀ ní outside. Tó dẹ̀ nà ìbọn síyàn wípé your life or your money. Kí ló fi yàtọ̀ sí àwọn yẹn? They are the same. They are the same. They should not be toying with our emotions. They should not be saying because every African is, spiritual. Come and toy with that our spirituality. No, they shouldn't be doing that. Because that's exactly what they are doing. They know that at the mention of God Almighty, African person want to bow. They know that. They know we believe solely in spirituality. So they are toying with our emotions. We should not let them. We should not let them. It is obvious today that religion is a scam. Religion is business, lucrative business. Where is all these people? Where are all these people working? What happens to, them? Instead of building churches, what happened to building factories? What happened to building factories? What they are doing today in Nigeria once happened in the in the UK. It happened in the UK. This same King James buy almost all of them. And then when he realized he could use the Bible to cajole people and enslave people, tie his slaves down, he used, the part that he can use, he called it the part that he can use to deceive people and tie down a whole lot of people and brought it to Africa. Not only Africa, every other places. He took it to America. The story they told them in America about Jesus is different from what they told Nigerians. I mean, what they told Africans. We are too spiritual. That is what they are, nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ń gbà wá nìyẹn. Àti wà too spiritual jù. We have that energy to shake the world. And this is why people like Adeboye, is never going to stop. They know we are spiritual. They know. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ pé ẹ ti rẹ́ lẹ́mìí wèrè tó ń sọ Korea. Àbí ṣe Chinese nìyẹn sọ ntì. And people will still go to that church. That is a church that's supposed to be closed down. They may be a minister of, religious affairs in it, or spiritual affairs in it. I swear to God, there will not be a single. The Adeboye will not have more than one church. So the family no mama attend. If you go to church, you spend more than 2 hours, you will be in soup. You will do community service. Oma roko kuni. Timbari. Oma roko kuni. Let's listen to this man, I beg. Man.
In the Bible, 10% was only a minimum standard beginning place of giving for food producers who lived inside Israel. Period. If you were a Jew living outside Israel, you could not tithe at all. If you were a Gentile, you could not tithe at all. If you were a carpenter like Jesus, or a tent maker like Paul, or a fisherman like Peter, you could not tithe at all, because what you produced was not the increase.
Did you hear that? That means to say, even if Jesus was alive, he could not tithe. Because carpenter ni Jésù. Àwọn ọmọ èèyàn ò ní jẹgi. Wọ́n bá jẹgi gan bóyá pákó wọn fi run eyín ni. Did you listen to that? Àwọn tó gbẹ́sìn wá nìyẹn o. Now they are explaining that ẹ̀sìn to you. So if Jesus as a carpenter could not tithe, why would anybody want to tell me that Jesus is telling somebody to go and tithe? Ask yourself now. Why would anybody be saying that? Somehow, go on sọ fún wọn ní that àwọn oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ́ máa ń kó lọ fún yàn yìí. Tẹ́yìn ò dẹ̀ tí ì jẹun yó, àwọn oúnjẹ tẹ́ lọ ń kó lọ fún àwọn mẹ̀tídẹ́ẹ̀kì àbí nǹkan kan yìí. Tẹ́yìn dẹ̀ ń look like wàṣọkọ. Why not eat for your body? Ó lè yẹ pé nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn. Why you no eat for your body? Go dey carry all your irúgbìn. Go dey carry and go give ọba. Ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn. But the bottom line here is that tithing in those days, the tithing that people have, the pastors are following now, is not in the form of money. It's not in the form of, anything metal. It's in form of crops. It's in the form of crops.
Increase that God had miraculously increased from his holy land. Therefore, when we talk about tithing, we completely ignore the biblical definition. We redefine it and we use it for our own purposes. The next thing that we ignore. In the Bible, the tithe went to not the priest, but to the Levites. They were the Levites. They received the tithe. And they, in turn, gave the best 1%, a tenth of a tenth, to the priest. So that's the only time that the tithe is a bit.
Àwọn pé tithe ìgbà yẹn, nǹkan tó ń pè ní tithe nígbà yẹn, wípé wọ́n máa ń kó lọ fún àwọn Levite ni. So àwọn Levite náà máa wá mú 1% nǹkan tó ń kó wá yẹn tó máa kó fún àwọn priest, àwọn àwòrò, àwọn bí olúwo, àwọn babaláwo. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe system yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá láyé àtijọ́. Táwọn èèyàn bá ti kọ́ ìṣàkọ́lẹ̀ wá fún ọba, ọba á mú díẹ̀ nínú ìṣàkọ́lẹ̀ yẹn, á kó fún àwọn olóyè, àwọn ìjòyè àti àwọn babaláwo ìlú, àwọn onífá ìlú. Bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tó tó di pé politics wá báyé jẹ́. So it's the same thing then. I don't know if anybody is getting what I'm talking about. It is the same thing then. Wọ́n sì ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá till, till recently, till everybody wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lajú, but in those villages, ní àwọn villages kankan níbi tí èmi ti wá, àwọn kan sì ń ṣe. tó ń bá lọ pa ẹja ní òkun wọ́n sì máa ń kó ẹja lọ fún àwọn ọba ìlú. They do it. Àwọn ọba wá fún àwọn olóyè, wọ́n á pín ká tó àwọn olóyè lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n á tún fún àwọn olúwo, àwọn babaláwo, àwọn onífá, wọ́n á fún wọn. Wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣe wọn kì í gba owó. Kò dẹ̀ compulsory lọ́dọ̀ tiwa, kò compulsory. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn tó ń lọ sí máa lòkun, àwọn tó ń lọ sókun ni wọ́n máa wá fún àwọn ọba ní anything. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn. But there are some popular ones tí gbogbo èèyàn ti mọ̀. Tẹ́ pé tó bá lọ sókun báyìí, wọ́n á fẹ́ kó gbogbo ẹja òkun wá. So they will have enough to want to give out. So don't be deceived by these pastors. You understand? Don't be deceived by them. This man said that if you are not from Israel, you cannot give tithe because it is considered unholy. It is considered unholy. So, kò sí nǹkan kan tó kan ọmọ Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú pé wọ́n san tithe. Àwọn ò pé ní tithe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o. Kẹ́ má sọ pé ṣebí woman yìí dẹ̀ sọ ń sìn pé wọ́n máa ń san ìṣákólẹ̀ nǹkan kan. Àwa ń put ẹ̀ bí torí pé àwọn pastors yìí fẹ́ máa act bíi pé tithe inú Bible yẹn owó ni. That is why I'm putting it like that. That system appears to look like the kind of system we have in Africa. But monies were not given to pastors. Not money. Those crops that they are bringing, those gifts that they were bringing, they were not giving it to pastors. Let's even assume that all these Aworo, all those people, they are the one we call pastor, those priests. What the priests were getting was 1%. So if pastor want to follow that style, pastor should be collecting 1%. And that is pastor that is not working. Or that pastor that is above the age of to work. Irú bàbá Adeboye wọ́n lè fún wọn ní 1% tí wọ́n bá ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. That is tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ lówó ni. Wọ́n ní lè gbà with private jet tí wọ́n ní. So àlàyé tá ń ṣe ń bí nìyẹn. That somebody like Baba Adeboye, Mr. Jerry Joel, welcome. Somebody like Baba Adeboye is extorting the people. This man is rich enough. He's rich enough. He should stop coming out as if he did. This man is rich. This man is rich. He should pity the poor people. Nigerians are buying. Nigerians are buying, and people are concentrated, fixated on the government. What about these pastors that are impoverishing us? What about this pastor that you will collect 30,000 naira? That is not enough for you. Instead of 30,000 naira, you still come out, 10%. I think 10% is 3,000. I've been a mathematician. 10% is about 3,000. Then you go and give it to one man. You go and give it to one man that is built, that is made. Who does that? Who does that? Only a heartless person will ask for that from you. His children are not working. These pastors, their children are not working. A pastor ran away from Nigeria saying that because he was having sleepless night, he was having nightmare. He ran away from Nigeria and jackpot to another country. Ijapa. Blood of Jesus could not help him. Ijapa. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. These are the people that brought the religion to you, and they are telling you that this thing is 419. Use your brain. You cannot keep on insulting the government. You cannot keep on accusing the government when you are paying your tithe, when you're paying your money, you are giving your money to, somebody who is not in the government, and you cannot talk to this person. You cannot talk to them. They will be deceiving you with a touch not my anointed, touch not the. Instead, go carry their head, carry hammer, break them. Anointed. Are you yourself not anointed? That you will think that one mumu is more anointed than you? 180-something years old man is more anointed than a 50-year-old person. Which kind of anointed be that one? 160 years old man they anointed more than you that is in your 20s. Are you crazy? Do you not understand the meaning of anointed? Which energy a 80-something and 80-something years old man get past you where you are in your 20? You don't know that you have more energy than that person. You don't know that the energy in you is that spirituality in you. You don't know. You go and be wasting away. You go and be wasting away in an 80-something years old man church. You let one 80-something years old man where we say you go give her, if I say, you let them come, they intimidate you. These pastors are intimidating you. They are not, see, they have no energy in them. They have no spirituality in them. They have no spirituality in them. Wake up, Africans. These pastors are, they are burying you when you are still alive. That is what they are doing. You need to wake up. These are the people that brought the religion to you. And they are telling you that you are doing rubbish. 144,000 people, according to, is it the Quran or the Bible? 144,000 people is how many people they say will go to the kingdom of heaven? In a population of almost 80 billion. Who says you will be among? Who says you will be among the 144,000? You enter inside bus, they not even want to sit down with you. You think say they go allow you inside that kingdom of heaven? 144,000 people. 144,000 people is what they say when rapture comes, we enter kingdom of heaven. No one single Nigeria is go. No one single Nigeria go enter. No one single African go enter. How many? The king of England here, you know how many their family be? Go Spain, the king there, you know how many their family be? So you think say Oyibo go allow you enter where Putin go there outside? Is that what you think? Then go allow you enter where Mark Zuckerberg there around? Then go allow you enter where Bill Gates there around? What of the Rothschild family? You know how many them be? You have no chance. So that is to tell you that all this, their nonsense kingdom of heaven is 419. You are going nowhere. You are staying here. The kingdom of heaven of a black man is on earth here. My kingdom of heaven is here on earth. And I am the God of my house. Inukwa. I am the God of my house. Don't let nobody deceive you. If they say God is a spirit, we all have that spirit in us. So we are all gods. Anybody tell you, say, you are a small God, tell them, say, Ogungo Kilam. I am not a good God. I'm a living God, mighty God. So are all of you. When Jesus say, no, is it Jesus? No. When Jehovah say, come, let us make man in our image. Come, all ye, let's make man in our own image. You are still thinking in your brain that it's one person that made man in the own image. When you read, say, he say, come, let us all. All of them join together, make wetin they make. You read that and you still don't get sense. And somebody is telling you about one kingdom of this and that, one useless part of Ghana saying go heaven. Everywhere is made of diamond. Can you imagine? I go reach where everywhere made of diamond. Even the bed where they give me diamond. Can we write diamond? I will come this kind of word, come this offer. You cannot see that it's offer when I. This is your brain. Stop going to church. Stop going to church. Any pastor that you think, like that Davina, what's his name? That is coming, to saying they expose people now. As long as he's still mentioning or believing in the Bible or Jesus, he still be fake. Read my lips. I'm not saying maybe it doesn't exist, or it exists. I don't know. But for black people, we don't know Jesus. We don't know Jehovah. We don't know Yahweh. We know nothing. We know our ancestors. Ogun lakayo shemole. Eshula lu ogirioku. Amadioha. All those people. Ekwensu. Na him be your African ancestors. Then Boku, Oshun, Ibeji. Àwọn tiwa nìyẹn. Àwọn tiwa nìyẹn. African, wake up. You people are daft. You people are daft. Not the people looking at me, oh. Not the people looking at me, oh. I'm talking about all these people that are saying born again. I saw one useless woman. Obìnrin òṣìkàn. The one say somebody talked about this useless pastor that is always doing it's a lórúkọ idiot yìí. Mi ò rántí orúkọ máa yẹn. Tó máa ń ṣe Mount Zion ministry. That useless bastard. Can't remember his bastardized name. Tó lóun ń ṣe Mount Zion ministry. Obìnrin kan jáde mo fi tẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe show but wọ́n ní àwọn mo rí níbi kan tẹ́ àwọn kan ní àwọn ti ṣe show lé lórí. Ó yẹ kí n ṣe show fún máa kí n blast ẹ̀ ni. Now e dey pain. Now the thing dey pain. All the while wey that useless Mount Zion man, that mumu, we go kpai. All the while they do show, they insult people's ancestors. You know say the pain. Now one small girl just talk to her. He won't buy. No, his name is not Ebuka. This one is a Yoruba man. It's not Ebuka Obi. Who is Ebuka Obi? Me, I don't know that one. There's this Mount Zion ministry foolish man. I be like saying I do Ayamatanga. Somebody won't come. Can you even see as the woman they talk? You can see that one is enslaved, totally enslaved, no remedy. Totally enslaved, no remedy. I'm not born. I mean, we play this man something. Jare night don't come.
Yes, it's not even the first; it's the 10th. And the priest got 1% of the tithe, but they also got a lot of other things. They got all the vow offerings. They got parts of it. So the priests were quite well off because of that. And one of the prohibitions, well, let me go back. The tithing statute is not Malachi 3. It's Numbers 18.
Say what?
Numbers 18. And in Numbers 18, if you receive the tithe, you are not allowed to own land or property.
Say what?
Well, we would have a problem with that today because a lot of tithe preaching preachers on the internet.
Adeboye, one ní tẹ́ bá ti ń gba tithe pé the law of the land then forbids you from having land or property. All that private jet that you have, Adeboye, go and sell and give the money to the poor before we buy all of now. You see that one where they look for there one I see in face. So if he be pastor, he's been busted. You see in face? You see in face? He's been busted. Don't vex. Don't do eye like this. Don't do eye like this. This my catch you now by you. They said when you are collecting tax, you are not allowed to have landed property. How you go take Ugu money if they get landed property if you don't be criminal? For instance. So why is Pastor Adeboye and co? Why are they buying landed properties? Why are they buying private jets? Why are they owning all these houses, all these cars? You know, why are they living? Adeboye, you go see, I go think so maybe he wear something very simple. Now lie. One shirt where that man wear if he enter 20,000 pounds. But you go do like something this simple. No simple nothing. Ask me whatever you want to ask. You know, simple nothing. In slippers, you go fit buy me for market. But you go think so maybe in this simple, you know, they lavish. Not lie. Not lie. You know, see this girl, Davido wife, when he wear one gown. The gown, now mini gown. You don't know how much they call the mini gown? $80,000 for that small mini gown. I mean, I don't think it's up to $80,000. I think maybe $8,000. I mean, small mini gown like that. My sister, we have more than 10,000 gods. We have more than waiting be 10,000 gods. You where you did there, they talk, you are a god. Billions of gods. Every human, everybody. See, in those days, we don't have anything. You see, what they call man now used to be monster. Man, that word man, used to be known as monster. Women, is a new word. Women, we call them then church or God. Church or God is what they call women. Men, that word man or woman, I mean man or men, used to be monster. The word woman no they exist before. People where then they call human being today. People where they call human being today. Now gods then they call them. The word God, now they address we before. But that one a story for another day. A story for another day. So don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you. But Adeboye will know all these things that I'm talking. This is a mathematician that knows what's up. Pa Ade knows what's up. Pa Ade, you know what's up. You know you are lying to people. The word woman na new word. New word. Na it be. The word man na monster. Na it then change to man. Monster. Na it then change to man. So if one person just come out and say, I'm a man, you are calling yourself a monster. But we cannot blame anybody because, you know, you don't pay. You don't pay. You don't pay. We need to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Because, you see, if we not wake up, you see that manium where this Baba Hitler saying go take black man do, another person where wicked past that Hitler man go come out and he go still use us do. So we need to wake up. Everybody, they build technology, they do, you know, they invent things. We they carry Bible up and down, come out. You see a professor who will say, yeah, the Bible says. Is it not irritating? That we cannot think on our own. We have to talk according to the Bible, a book that was used to enslave us. Talking like we have been conquered. I'm sorry, this something will be long a bit, but it will soon be. I will end it now.
They seem to own a lot of land, and so how do you? If If you're going to teach tithing, teach all of it. If you're going to teach tithing, don't teach 10%, teach 23%. Because in the Old Testament, the tithe was 23%. Great, thank you very much, Russell, for that. Now, maybe I can bring in one or 2 points there, which I actually had down as questions, but which Russell has begun. That issue of actually defining what tithing is, it was the produce of the land of Israel. It had nothing to do with finances. Where do we get from that, even if we take it as the Old Testament brings it, where do we get from that now we are talking 10% in money in the New Testament?
That man could not answer that question. You know, the black man, black brain. Black man, black brain. He will try to go logical, but it's, you know, the logic still not logical. That is the problem we are facing in Africa. We cannot think again. It's in Africa that we will see a fellow human being go tell in fellow human beings make it they eat grass and they go eat grass. When I know be Malu. Malu gone self sometimes when you tell Malu to eat grass, Malu go take in leg kick you. Say, oh boy, I'm not eating grass. You never see Malu when you walk for some eat grass, go say no, you know they eat grass. Go kick you. But your fellow human being. Look at that pastor that asks people to be eating grass. Ugly looking creature. Tell somebody, make person they eat grass and you they eat the grass. Somebody tell you, may you drink petrol, you they drink petrol. A woman like you spits on your hand during COVID. He tell you, may you lick him. You go and they sell them 500 pounds. So and human being they lick that spit during COVID. Can you imagine how dumb we've gone, how mad we've gone? And that kind of a woman that everybody is supposed to isolate in Nigeria. Look at our people, our politicians, our big men carrying that Olubori up and down. Up and down in Nigeria. But the youth, as stupid as they are, then they face government who are just administrators. Government who are just administrators. They are facing them. Instead of facing these people, those men of dogs. They're supposed to face these men of dogs. Carry one of their big pastors, beat them to stupor. Beat them to stupor. See the pastor, I don't know if that thing was a skit. See that pastor where they said they give 100,000, mistakenly transfer 1 million. See how they rake. That's where them. I want things that in a skit. I don't know if you give private chance. What do you mean private chance? What does that mean? I don't understand what you mean by private chance, bro. Africa, man, I wake up. Any one of our leaders who wants to talk well, then we'll just fire. Because then get, you know, they get agenda over Africa. Look, see Igbo land. Then they fight themselves for there. But Chinese, they took over the land. Chinese, they took over the land, but then they fight themselves there. Chinese, they open restaurants there, but they fight themselves there. When will Africans have brain? You don't know that China is so overpopulated and they are looking for anywhere they can just where them go take. Now Chinese people, they inside that Nigeria, they tell Nigeria that Nigeria no fit enter inside their shop because Nigeria they still who still reach China for this country, for this world, who still reach them, who still reach China. Where China will say because Nigerians they still they no go fit enter their shop. And that place where you put your shop, you this chinko bastard, where you put that your shop, maybe you steal the land too. Because when you pay token for a land where worth more, now stealing you steal the land. Now stealing you steal that land. They are fighting themselves there. Chinese people is taking their land, even sponsoring some of them to cut their men prick, me carry go China, go the chop. Now we no go feel wake up. We no go feel wake up. Religion, they do their own. All those ones safe. Overpopulated idiots, we just not see where all the criminals where they China, they don't come out for China, then they pursue them. Their government, they give them money, make them go destroy other people's land. That is what is going on. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. But they put fire for all these churches. I know they motivate you now. I just they talk. So if you know, I'm not asking anybody to go and put fire for anything. No. But you know, we don't need churches in that Nigeria again. Instead of putting fire, I know they give person money here. You need my assist. If you cannot buy star, don't disturb me. Buy star. Don't come and ask me for money here. So we wake up in Nigeria. We should wake up in Nigeria. When Nigeria wakes up, other African countries will wake up. Other African countries will wake up. Now Nigeria, now the whole other Africans down. So my brothers and sisters, Mori, you know, I see you. So if I'm not too tired tomorrow, I will come out again. If not, I will see you when I see you. Thank you all for coming. Please help me to share this. Oh, you already bought star. Thank you. I didn't see no star anyway. You sure say you buy star. Anyway, thank you if you did, or if you don't do, thank you for coming. Everybody, I thank you for coming. Help me to share this show. I know it's a bit long. Yeah, but share it for people who will love to watch it. I'll greet you again and have a good night. Bye.